me tell you something, brother. You better get ready for the tag team event of the century, dude. It's not happening in the ring. It's happening on your speakers with the most bodacious, the most hilarious podcast of all time. Ooh, yeah, dig it? It's a podcast that's more unpredictable than Hogan ratting out Ventura and the boys to Vince at Wrestlemania 3. We were this close to health insurance and retirement funds, brother. This close. Oh, wow, Macho, this is what we're doing? Okay. So these two dudes with attitude, they're taking you on a wild ride, brother, all throughout wrestling history. Pay-per-view reviews, watch-along matches. These dudes are the true originators of the madness that Macho Man claims to be all about, Jack. Well, yeah, brother. Well, how about saying your prayers, taking your vitamins, and letting your friend record you bouncing around in the bedroom with his old lady? Well, let me tell you something, Macho Man. At least me and none of the maniacs took Stephanie McMahon to her junior prom. Ooh.
Is Hogan selling the face/throat? Pause.
He said he's selling the face and throat.
I didn't mean like selling face. Did I just say that?
So all you hulkamaniacs and jabronis, grab your vitamins, eat your Nugenic, strap in, and get ready for more grabs than a 5-star Meltzer Classic in the Tokyo Dome, brother. Don't miss out. Ooh, yeah. This podcast's gonna be hotter than a habanero in hell. So grab your headphones and let the madness begin. Dig it? Ooh, yeah.
Let's wave this off, BA. Just cold open this bitch because that's I saw the Mean Street Posse. Let's go.
Fair enough. With that all being said, man, what is going on, y'all? You already know what it can only be. It is the BA and Wiseman show in the building. It is Wrestlemania season. You already know, so it has to be special things happening. With that said, as we come in very icy cold per things we're watching here and discuss, to my co-host, with that said, who is disgusted in the moment, Wiseman, what's going on this evening, my brother?
Walking on the mean streets, my boy. Not much. I don't even have too much to say after some of the stuff I just witnessed, so we gonna go ahead and pass this. Thank you for the intro. We have an illustrious guest today, and
yes, sir.
Yes, illustrious. That was a very descriptive word. I don't have an E-Ray intro for you, but my guy Dub, welcome to BA and the Wiseman. What you got going?
Oh man, thank you guys for having me. It is BA and Wiseman show #1 guest.
I like
Dub
that.
is in the building.
I like that.
Yes, right.
Clip that for a
Ready to
commercial.
just talk Michinoku drivers. I see the APAs on my screen right now. No, they're still the Acolytes at this point. Oh my God.
Yes, they are.
WrestleMania 2000. Wow. Thank you guys for having me. Man, feels good to be back.
Good, man. Yes, because as we remember, if you guys are exclusive BA and Wiseman listeners, we had Dub on last during SummerSlam season last year for one of the probably I think my most favorite episodes of the Side Pod Extravaganza of the SummerSlam 2005 review. Pure shenanigans. Go listen to that in the back pages of the catalog while you still can for free at least. Wink, wink. Patreon exclusive. Check us out. Anyways, but yeah, man, like Dove kind of alluded to, WrestleMania 2000, we leading the season off with one of the weirdest WrestleManias I feel like. In that whole attitude era, leading into the whole get the F out experience of the WWF's going to E. Yeah, weird WrestleMania. Not known for a lot outside of this terrible, I think terrible, main event. Dub, you was outside. One of the main reasons why you're here. Tell the people what this main event entailed, sir.
Main event, WrestleMania 2000, because we all lost count and we just figured we were at 2000 at this point. The WWF title, Triple H versus The Rock. But wait, there's more. Versus The Big Show versus Mankind. And wait, nope, there's more. With the McMahon in every corner. Because why? Fuck you, that's why.
Exactly.
Could have said it better myself.
Do you remember which McMahon was in each corner?
I do.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Which McMahon was in each corner? I'm looking at it, but I need to hear it from y'all.
Vince McMahon's in The Rock's corner.
Correct.
Linda McMahon is in Mankind's corner.
Yep.
Yes.
Shane McMahon's in Big Show's corner.
Yes.
Yep.
Stephanie's in her husband's corner.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Ding, 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 ding.
This main event scarred me for a long time.
I would say you win.
Video game was
you
great.
win wrestling
the
trauma.
main event was awful.
You win
You
wrestling,
win wrestling
trauma,
trauma.
just like I did, Dub. And I'm glad you bring that up and start there. It's a great point to start at, man. This main event was, to call it what I don't know what else to call it, a clusterfuck, just leading up to what ended up being what you just described there, the four corners, quote, McMahon in every corner, because we're supposed to give a fuck about the McMahons to that level now. They even pulled out Linda McMahon, who can't act if her life depended on it, to be in Mick Foley's corner. Like, it's just cringe, brother. Cringe. And they didn't even have this main event set to like 3 weeks before WrestleMania this year. To the weirdness as I
And this main
described.
event, like, this had the best Triple H Rock build that we had to that point between two guys who legitimately didn't like each other, but were wrestling soulmates, essentially. And Triple H talks about it in the WWE Rivals episode about him and Rock, that you can tell he's still salty to this day in 2024 about it. He's like, that was supposed to be me and Rock. They overbooked it. And you can tell, like, him talking about it, he's still upset about it. And with every right.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Overbooked mess.
Ugh.
We got, right now, I see a card here. We got 9 matches on the card. Before
Bloated.
what we discussed, we ain't watching this fucking main event. We usually watch the main events. This is almost 40 minutes, probably included with entrances.
48.
Oh yeah, too long. Absolutely too long.
An hour of a 4-hour pay-per-view, essentially. That's asking a lot.
So we're gonna go through these. We're gonna start from the top. We're gonna go to the bottom, and then we got the watch-alongs in the middle. The 2 matches that we are watching along, it's gonna be what BA kind of said was like a precursor or what created the original TLC. Edge and Christian, the Dudley Boys, and the Hardy Boys in a triangle ladder match. That's what they called it. Like I said, TLC sounds a lot better, but who am I?
Yeah, that's where we get to at some point.
Exactly.
Yes.
Second watch along that we're going to go ahead and do is the...
Can I guess?
I'll go for it.
Go ahead. What's your guess, sir?
We're definitely doing China and Too Cool versus the Radicals, right?
You got that absolutely wrong, sir.
Okay.
No. We're gonna do Terry Reynolds versus the Cat. No, I'm playing. We're gonna do
cringe TV, brother.
We're doing Chris Benoit, Chris Jericho, and Kurt Angle in a 2-fall triple threat match for the Intercontinental and European title. Because if I'm not mistaken, I think he comes in as double champion or Angle.
Kurt.
That'd be Kurt.
Kurt
Yes.
has both belts.
Because he's the greatest wrestling machine on planet Earth, and he's the first person to do that, if I remember. JR.
BA, let's be right. This was before he was a wrestling machine. This is just when they were like, oh, we got to push him because he gets this really quickly.
No, yeah, he came in. This is the 3 eyes. Like, he had a head full of hair. He was like the baby face that they tried to make, but he just was just so lovable to hate. He hasn't even gotten funny yet. So yeah, but I appreciated this Kurt though, which has been in past, I think, chat discussions where we've talked about his comparison to Bret Hart. I think irresponsibly, but I digress heavily. But hey, man, we
Irresponsibly,
we
which way? Which way?
we gonna dig this into. We gonna dig it up. All right, we can hear. So with that said, people believe that. Well, I could say that in regards to Bret Hart and Kurt Angle, you could compare the two to a certain level as far as like their technical prowessness in the ring and such, and how they were more technicians. But the different stops where Kurt Angle's more of like a wrestling machine, like the suplexes and going crazy, because Bret didn't have that type of charisma in the ring. That's not what made Bret Hart cool to me. because he didn't behave that way. So
He had negative charisma, brother. He didn't.
No, negative charisma. That's not fair. That's not fucking fair, Wiseman. Like, come on.
Bret Hart was about action.
Negative charisma.
Bret Hart was about the action and the grabs and the titles and.
So there's no charisma in that. You just go out there, just wrestle, like no passion.
Name me one famous Bret Hart promo.
The one he cut where he was talking crap to create Degeneration X, his most famous promo, I'd say. He gave him those names. He said, "You guys are nothing but degenerates." When he was trying to still be a babyface. So there's your answer, sir. Don't come for Bret Hart unless you got that clip loaded, Wiseman. Goddamn it.
Hey, Bret Hart. You know how I feel about Bret Hart. I'm a Sean guy, so it's whatever.
My younger brother Matt, who previously on the Super Brawl 2 episode, he was a Sean guy growing up. I'm used to y'all. I became a Sean guy. I have an appreciation for him in my later years, but I didn't grow up I didn't like Shawn Michaels growing up. He was an asshole. As it's been discussed.
Of Bret is what allowed Austin to become a megastar.
Facts.
Ooh,
It made Bret Hart the big heel too. He doesn't get appreciation for his heel run.
Of Bret is what allowed Austin to become a megastar.
Agreed, because they kind of switch spaces.
If it's just Austin and HBK, Austin becomes a star. He doesn't become a megastar. But if it's Austin versus Bret, and you got somebody who not only do you like in the ring, but is cool on the microphone, versus Bret's a charisma vacuum. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Man.
Negative charisma. He takes that shit away, bro. It is ass. I hate it.
He is. And don't get me wrong, the excellence of execution is correct. There aren't so many people better in the ring, but charisma vacuum. That's why I asked the question. Because in my opinion, Bret Hart can't hold a candle to Kurt Angle overall as a professional wrestler.
Oh,
absolutely.
Not only is Kurt one of the greatest in-ring performers I've ever seen.
I wish I had a sound bite right now, like a flex bomb. Oh my God.
The comedy he could do. He was on those perks and he was intense.
As a complete player.
Yeah! Versatility. That's what we're going after.
I argue that nobody's saying that, because I think that without a Bret Hart, you can't even have a Kurt Angle be a Kurt Angle to the level in which to build that argument. So that's where I believe we started this all at.
Not true. You can't tell me if Bret Hart never existed, Kurt Angle wouldn't be an Olympic wrestler.
You know
not
what?
True.
I'm going to put a pin in this discussion, because this is a whole episode in itself. Because we are here to discuss WrestleMania 2000, goddammit. There will be order in the court.
And BA, here's where I disagree with you. If there's no Bret Hart, there's no
Here, BA, this
Shibata.
is why I said F your show, and I'm going to still talk about this topic.
There's no Shibata. You know how Shibata shows up to AEW and he's just the wrestler?
Yes.
Hasn't cut a promo at all. His music is just like some classical shit. He come in that ring, do work, and leave.
Yes.
Bret Hart.
Come on, man. But Bret Hart, like, y'all make it like he couldn't talk on the mic at all. Like, when given a chance, when people started hating him, he could talk.
I'm not saying he's Ronda on the microphone.
He's giving me more Ricochet vibes.
I feel that way. I feel that way now, as you say that.
More Ricochet vibes than anything. I'm not gonna
I'm just saying, there's a phrase in the business where, you got to talk people into the building. Bret Hart couldn't talk me into my own apartment.
I mean, I'm going to stop this right here. With that said, top of the card, you got racist ass gimmick of Bull Buchanan and Big Boss Man looking like this is like 2019 and 2018 in the U.S. and they got badges. That's all I'm gonna say. Wrestling, the Godfather and D'Lo Brown coming out to the ring with none other than Law and Order's specialist of every brand of Law and Order in the last 20 years, Ice-T. And their entrance is so vulgar, cut from the network. Go shout out to WWF Aggression, the album, as we were putting over. The album
we just told Sean about, who Sean is like, what?
Yes.
Sounds like the greatest thing ever. Like, it kind of was.
Sean is going to go in a whole bag. He might create a whole bunch of beats off of that album itself. Y'all might hear a whole new beta of background music to this whole podcast with this man's like, head exploded. Hear it all about all the artists involved in that album. But with that said, that's your opener. Godfather came out and decked out in his WrestleMania glory, dreaded up. wrestling is something I think Rick James or Prince would wrestle it if they were a professional wrestler. So,
I can see Rick James, yeah. I can see
yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Yes. And,
Give it to me, baby.
And D'Lo Brown dressed like Godfather if this was like the I Ain't Mad at You video and he was in heaven type stuff, like in all white. So
all white. That's good. That was a choice.
yeah, there's some choices here being made. Maybe because as I look at this match
Is
going
that
on.
Silk?
Yes.
That's what Godfather's vest used to look like, except he used to have crazy like graffiti on it. Shout out to the 90s airbrush era. That's what he would have on the back of his vest. But yeah, I think like there's a whole good versus evil vibe going here because as I said, Bull Buchanan, Big Boss Man decked out like they're about to like commit like a SWAT team mission or something in all black, and you got these guys in all white. You know, telling stories and symbolism, I guess.
Only in wrestling are the guys with the hose the good guys.
At least I'm glad you brought that up. Though.
Professional wrestling,
I'm glad you
In case
brought
you
that
forgot.
point up about the Godfather's gimmick in this period of time being considered good. The Attitude Era is kind of like in a weird bed of time. You don't get Stone Cold in this main event or even WrestleMania at all. He's injured. You got like we said, we got babyface Rock, Triple H, and getting into his real heel bag now. Mankind, Mick Foley here for some fucking reason. We'll talk about it. And then the Big Show, who keeps getting propped up as trying to be the guy, as we talked about in past episodes when he showed up in 99. So yeah, man, like it's
Do you even care about the match? I mean, let's be honest about this. This is an opening match, a 9-minute opening tag team.
no,
match
not really.
between-
No, I'm not here for this. You were here for what you see get trotted in and out of the ring here, as far as with Ice-T. That's what people were here for in this match, not to watch these guys.
Oh, you mean the hose?
Yeah, there you go. Thank you, Dub.
And let me be abundantly clear, okay? The reason we chose this Mania, it's not for Bull Buchanan and, you know, Big Boss Man matches. These are pivotal Manias over the years that might be shit or have shit matches, but they were important and they needed to happen for the change to come. And I am so glad a change gonna come, because sooner than later, most of the, actually, what, 2 or 3 of these dudes joined the Right to Censor, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah, totally turn around their gimmicks. But I'm not here for it. BA ain't here for it. Dubskay, are you here for this trash?
I just want to say that Big Boss Man's finisher is one of my favorite wrestling moves of all time. The Big Boss Man Slam, aka the Winds of Change when Wade Barrett was doing it. But other than that, no.
All right, so we got a good finisher and hose. That's all I got out of this match. Big Boss Man and Bull Buchanan were the winners. It's no stipulations, no titles. This is just a Mania opener.
Yeah.
I don't understand why, but hey, people
Because
liked
Sunday
it.
Night Heat wasn't a thing yet. That's why.
Was it
There you
not? Was it? I thought Velocity
No, Sunday
and
Night
Heat
Heat
were a
was
thing
a
at this
thing.
point.
Sunday Night Heat was a thing.
I thought it came around after WrestleMania 2000, like same
Did it?
year. But
You might be right
might
on
have.
that. You might be right on that, Dub.
It very much might have. Let's see. How did these dudes get pinned? What was this? Oh, was this the finisher that you were talking about? Let's see. Look at that trash ass drop kick. Okay, so
What, the
I
lowdown?
want to see how these dudes.
oh yeah, yep, boom.
Oh, that
Big
side
Boss
slam.
Man, son.
Oh, okay. I mean it's a side slam. That was a nasty leg drop. Okay, and so D'Lo takes a pin. That's how the match ends, with the leg drop.
Gotta keep Godfather strong, brother.
Exactly. Godfather and the hose can't take the L. He can't take the pin. And then Bull Buchanan proceeds to chase the hose.
That's
Away.
inappropriate, I think. More to what I said, what they're trying to depict these guys to be.
And that's not me calling them that. That's their name, okay?
I
I'm just
agree.
going by
Yes.
WWF canon, okay?
You bring that good point. Like a weird era of wrestling here that we're
In the
'cause
video games, they were literally called Ho. Like, it's
Facts.
the weirdest thing.
Shout out to WrestleMania 2000, the video game on Nintendo 64.
Yep, facts. I got it somewhere back there.
It's the same.
So we cut to basically Hunter and Stephanie flashing their gold around.
Yeah.
Just talking about, isn't it so nice to be at Mania and we're both champions? Oh, nothing better than that. We just...
Yep. Nobody
They got
cares.
the power.
Nothing promo.
Nothing. It's nothing. And then after that, we have a hardcore battle royal.
Oh man, this is a sad state of affairs. But our truth is smiling proud somewhere, because this is the beginning of the whole 24/7 era.
Exactly. That's exactly what I was gonna say.
Shout out to Crash Holly, R.I.P.
This is the 24/7 championship before the 24/7 championship was actually a thing. Let's see. There are a lot of people in this match. Let me see. So we got Bradshaw we got Bradshaw and Farouk, Funaki, the Mean Street Posse. Number one, Funaki, the Mean Street Posse, Taka Michinoku, Taz, and the head. What are they called? The
Headbangers.
Headbangers. Yeah.
Man, their outfits are wild.
Other one.
And Viscera.
Viscera's here, yeah, yep, him.
Big Daddy V.
Yeah,
Man.
whatever you want to call him. Viscera, Big Daddy V, Mabel, whatever.
Men on a mission. That deserves a whole episode in itself, by the way. King Mo.
How
King
they
Mabel
accidentally
and King
won
Mo.
titles. That was a terrible
Oh
thing.
man, I can't wait to have that been on a mission episode.
That's going to be
Dub, will you come back for that episode?
Sure.
He sounds unsure about that.
They had like concerts and stuff. I remember they used to do concerts and shit. It was terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. You gonna hate me after that one, Wise man. You gonna
All right, not to get off track, because we will get off track again.
Fair enough, but we
This
get a
hardcore
Taz entrance.
Yeah, the Taz
Big
entrance is nice, which is kind of weird. They give everybody individual entrances, which is kind of nice. They're short, but everyone does get an individual entrance, except the Mean Street Posse. They all come down together.
What was the whole like 13th Warrior thing? The 13 Dub. What was that like synonymous with his gimmick? I can't recall.
I don't think they ever explained it.
I just remember as I looked at the video in the back, they had like him like walking out of himself like a Mortal Kombat type of deal, like a shadow.
I don't think they ever explained that 13 part.
I don't know. Very early 2000s, like a Hype Williams video. Like I don't know what to even say.
He was just
about
out
that.
here to suplex niggas, choke niggas out, collect checks, and go home.
Just like the Mean Street
was
Posse
it.
as we see here, right? Wise
No,
man?
this is literally like, can you call this nepotism? Because they're just friends. They're not family.
Yeah, they're homies.
Like, these are
of
just Shane McMahon's homeboys. Like,
When Shane became a character in wrestling, he came out with these three jokers dressed in like 90s sweater vests and khakis, like
they look terrible.
doo-wop music group.
And then
Not
Hardcore Holly, one of the most generic wrestlers in my opinion.
You would say it to
Remember
his
Hardcore
face.
Holly got a world title match at a Royal Rumble
No, because I ain't watched that shit.
against
That's
Brock
wild.
Lesnar?
No, I definitely didn't. I'd rather watch Funaki and Taka Michinoku wrestle than fucking Hardcore Holly. Sorry.
The inventor
Hey,
of the Michinoku driver.
Speaking
one
of
the greatest moves
repeat
in
show,
wrestling.
Taka Michinoku also used to come on some of our ECW reviews. So here's
Absolutely.
another cross episode referencer here.
No, he's been on WCW as well, yeah? Right?
was he
Or
in
was that?
WCW?
I think he came on WCW. I'm not sure. Oh, Jesus, I forgot about these outfits.
Thrasher, that's the other nigga's name.
Oh,
Draws and Thrasher.
Terrible.
Yep, I remember that.
these outfits are. What is this? They have like fur covered bras on.
I think this was like, hey man, I'm trying to get over by any means necessary. I saw
Who
that
is-
Gold Gus gimmick. This
Who's
is
getting over?
right?
No, you can't even say this is a Gold Dust type gimmick. That shit ain't getting over with nobody.
Hey, facts. Thank you. Red Hot Chili Peppers. I don't know.
Okay, but
The
during
Acolytes before they got fully rebranded to the APA.
Dream of
yeah, I like the
Californication.
APA. I mean, the APA is nice. You get 10 title changes during this match. So this isn't a traditional battle royal. I don't know why they called it that, because it's not an over-the-top rope. Why is he
I
carrying
love
a
Crash
fucking
Holly.
scale?
To prove
Because
how he's
part
a
of Crash Holly's
heavyweight.
gimmick was that he was over 200 pounds.
Yes.
So he would carry a
I
scale
love
around. People would
Crash Holly,
challenge him.
man. He was
and he
funny
would
as hell.
he would fuck with the scale to show that he's over 200 pounds to be a heavyweight.
Yep.
It was
Okay, more entertaining than hardcore Holly, so whatever.
You just had to be there.
Yes, exactly.
There's 10 title changes. So during this match, Taz, Viscera, Funaki, Rodney from the Mean Street Posse, Joey Abs, Thrasher, Pete Gas, Crash Holly, and Hardcore Holly all become champion.
Pete Gas is definitely a drug dealer. Sorry, had to get that out there.
Great name for a drug dealer.
Did anybody else think Taz was black when they were kids?
Absolutely.
Me, I did.
I thought he was black.
I thought Taz was a black man too.
I knew Taz was a black man for like my entire life, and then I saw his white son, and I was like, wait a minute.
Whoa. Yeah, I was like, why is this white boy talking with a New York accent? What is this?
Wait a minute.
Holding a mic like this.
Because you see tan people like Taz, but usually they're from Florida.
Correct.
Not Brooklyn.
No.
Not the Red Hook section of Brooklyn.
No.
And that's what I mean. This nigga, that's what I thought. If they would have said from Miami, Florida, Taz, I'd be like, oh, okay, Cuban, Dominican, like some shit like that. But Brooklyn, my nigga, I thought Taz was black. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. But I was
and
a
the way he
Italian
talks,
motherfucker.
That is true.
Yeah, the way he talks too.
Survive if I let you. So there's not really much to talk about with this match.
Man.
I mean,
not really. It's just a clusterfuck of bullshit.
I mean, it's a WWF hardcore match. If you've ever watched
it's a way to waste 15 minutes.
Exactly. I mean, I'm not going to stay through this whole 15. Fuck that.
Great time to go get food.
Yeah, I would say getting food. If I'm in 6th grade at this point or 7th grade, something like that. I'm not. This ain't the smoke break match yet, but this is get up and do something else. Maybe cut on the PlayStation 1 or something.
Yeah, pizza rolls, bathroom.
Get a quick game of Madden in. Like,
pizza rolls. Oh man.
Yeah, good old 90s, early 2000s snack.
Nothing says 2000 like WrestleMania with Viscera and Crash Holly and pizza rolls.
Yep. And Hot Pockets.
Nintendo 64.
Ham and cheese Hot Pockets.
Let's see. So I'm gonna skip through most of this bullshit because we can go.
Let's kind of move on to the next match. What's the next match on the card?
The next match on the card is also going to be a smoke break match, in my opinion.
Damn.
That's Steve Blackman.
Him and Al Snow and that weird ass tag team they had.
Absolutely.
Head cheese.
What does everybody want?
Al Snow's whole little head gimmick was wild. Pause.
I love that
What
gimmick.
does everybody need?
I love that gimmick. But yes, we have Al Snow and the Lethal Weapon, Steve Blackman, with Chester McCheeserton.
You want to talk about a charisma of vacuum? Steve Blackman. Can we all agree on that at least?
At least he didn't try to cut promos like Brett. Okay?
He cut promos.
No, but Steve Blackman knew he wasn't cool. Sort of like Lance Storm.
Exactly. They just wrestled.
Hey, Lance Storm is a damn all-star on this show, Dub. I don't think you.
If I can be serious for a moment.
Oh yeah.
I love Lance Storm.
Thank you.
Huge Lance Storm guy.
Absolutely.
What is this cheese gimmick?
This is that's what I said. This is Al Snow and Steve Blackman with Chester McCheeserton.
Why they do that to his backside? I'm not even gonna say.
Because Vince, brother.
We have the WrestleMania running in the background like usual. We're not watching along to this, but feel free to while we watch or listen.
That's so terrible, man.
It's bad. This is pretty bad. And then they cut away probably to some shitty ad.
They probably lied to that dude. Like, this will get you a SAG card. Like, you'll be an actor.
And this is versus Dub's favorite version. This is TNA with Trish Stratus when she was just used as a side piece.
Yep.
Pretty bad.
She's the main attraction of this. I don't know what you're talking about, brother.
They didn't use wrestler. How about that? Okay. She wrestled, but not really. Not really.
Not at all.
This was arguably one of the worst versions of Albert, in my opinion. Honestly, Test as well. This is just an overall trash.
You weren't here for Prince Albert?
I was there. I was here for
I'm saying
Prince
like
Albert,
you didn't like
A-Train, Albert, Lord Tensai. I was here for all that shit.
He's dressed like an extra in the Matrix, like literally.
Were you here for Tensai dancing with Brodus Clay?
Oh
no, I tuned out.
I think he changed his name to Lord T. Funk is on the road.
No. I long checked out of that.
Will we ever talk about Brodus Clay on this show?
No, absolutely not.
Wiseman? Because I wasn't
absolutely
outside
not.
for that, and nor am I asking.
No. The only reason we would talk about Brodus Clay is because of the Funkadactyls. They were more interesting than Brodus Clay.
Who's the I'm not gonna ask.
It's Naomi and the other one.
Fuck, what's her name? She wrestled solo.
Ariani.
What is that her name?
That's her real name. I don't know what her wrestling name was. I forget. But yeah.
But it was Naomi. Was one of the Funkadactyls.
Got it.
Yeah, so that's more interesting. If we start talking about
And they were
Brodus
legit
Clay,
cheerleaders coming out dancing before Brodus Clay came out and did his shucking and jiving, because what Brodus Clay was doing was shucking and jiving like a motherfucker.
Oh, because Vince made him, and then Dusty was like, I had to do it too, so what you want to do?
ahead and
Sucks
do
to
it.
suck. Like,
And the funniest part about that Brodus Clay thing, and don't worry guys, I promise we'll get back to WrestleMania 2000. You're not missing much with this match we're on right now. But the Brodus Clay vignettes were of him in a warehouse all shadowy, beating up stuff, and you were like, oh, a new monster heel. Awesome. He looks insane. And then the promos, and they got stopped, and you're like, oh, here we go, monster heel. And to get a monster heel over, probably put him over John Cena or something. Nope, he comes out there dancing with the funk is on a roll and the Somebody Call My Mama song that has been used by so many wrestlers who were all dead on arrival.
facts. Shout out to Ernest the
Cat Miller,
Yep.
to Xavier Woods, to, I'm trying to think, so many people.
that's bad. Holy shit. Yeah.
Somebody
no.
call my mama. Because that ain't, what is that? That is
Call my mama.
so racist.
Call my mama.
That was a trash gimmick.
Call my mom.
God.
Somebody please call my mom. I think Vince just liked that song.
You
Now
wonder?
he saw a person of color. He's like, oh, can you dance?
Doesn't matter. Anyway.
I got a song for you.
Oh my God. But
And
sorry.
then when they brought Albert back as Lord Tensai, because he had this Lord Tensai gimmick in Japan that got over and he was doing work. But the problem
crazy.
was he was still too close to this era of Albert, and they were like, that's not Lord Tensai, that's Albert. And they weren't buying it, so they got rid of his translator, which why he needed a translator was fucking ridiculous. That was the first part.
They're trying
they
to
gave
sell
a
him.
translator because he had been to Japan for 6 years.
Yeah, he
Nigga,
forgot
you
how
still
to speak English.
We know you.
He forgot.
Don't make us exposure to the folks that don't know you. Nigga, I know you well.
It
To quote
overlaps
O.
your memory.
And yeah. And then they're like, all right, well, this isn't going over. Hey, this other big guy's dancing. Can you dance?
And with that said, yes. And then he became a trader, and then now he runs NXT with Shawn Michaels now, basically. And then he sometimes wears a Lord Tensai mask while
Facts.
he books.
Facts.
I hope he does. That'd
I
be
hope he
great.
does. That would be nice. That's like me wearing
Hey.
the Excalibur mask when I
I was
pod.
about to say, if Excalibur can wear a luchador mask, why can't Lord Tensai wear his Lord Tensai mask while he...
I hope your punishment at NXT as a big guy, like if you mess up something, it's just to wrestle Lord Tensai. He's going full strong style on you.
Oh, man, that would hurt. Them dudes couldn't handle that.
God.
Maybe
WrestleMania
Obafemi.
2000.
Yes, thank you, Wise.
WrestleMania 2000.
Dub is here
Okay.
to cause straight chaos. I'm seeing
Straight
it.
up, I
Invite me
swear
back.
to God, straight chaos. But I mean, to his point, have we missed much? No, we have not.
Facts. We're kind of doing y'all a favor by not talking
Exactly.
about this
So, Lord-
garbage.
I mean, they just showed Trish Stratus on camera for the second time in this whole match, and she's the whole attraction.
Can you name anything else that's happened on camera?
no.
Steve Blackman just headbutted Prince Albert in the dick.
Okay, that's because you literally just saw it. But before that, all Dub was paying attention to is Trish Stratus. Probably that's all the crowd is paying attention
Jerry
to.
Lawler is probably all he's hooting and hollering about.
This
I'm
is
sure,
probably
on
all your
commentary.
dad was paying attention to during this
Screaming.
match when he
Woo!
ordered this pay-per-view for you.
I mean, listen, I was 13 when this pay-per-view came out, so yeah, all I was paying attention to was Trish Stratus.
I mean, this is what it was here for. And
I was
to that
3.
point. Sorry, he was
yeah.
watching Blue's Clues and all that kind of stuff. This-
Yeah, I had to
Steve.
wait. I had to wait to
Right.
watch this.
Shout out to Steve. But with that said, you bring up some points about like why are we watching this shit, right? So
We're not- hey, this
No,
was a
to remind the
seven
people.
minutes. 7 minutes of mid.
not the match in itself. This pay-per-view in general, like why talk about this WrestleMania? Like if this is monumental to anything, what the hell is it, right? So, like in my opinion, it's a bridge to the next generation of like your Jerichos, your Benoits, your Eddie Guerreros, your that era, that like 02 to 05 era of wrestling, I guess, in those top guys in that period of time. Like those guys getting the flex out, and seeing the birth of the Reign of Terror before it really began with Triple H, because that dude's whole Reign of Terror thing, and we'll get into it because me and Wiseman had an interesting discussion about Triple H here within the last couple of days. It's interesting. I'll just say that.
We'll get there because that's going to be like 20 minutes, but we'll get there.
Right. But yeah, like, and then the fact that this like card, like this, like, it's like nobody cared about this WrestleMania to that point. The set doesn't look like any. It looks like No Mercy. Like it don't even look like a WrestleMania. It's in Anaheim. Shout out to the last time it was in Anaheim was WrestleMania 12. Speaking of Bret Hart, being a charisma vacuum, as you two jokers called him, getting over Shawn Michaels for his first title. So yeah, this doesn't feel important at all. And I think, Dub, you being outside at the time as well as I, like, can you remember the build and hype around this WrestleMania? Like, I don't feel it was that. I get bad vibes when I think about this WrestleMania outside of the video game.
I remember the build to the main event. Like I said, I think pre-pod and during the pod, the Triple H Rock build was like the best it was ever going to be at that point. And I remember like weirdly why Lyndon came along and like Shane attaching himself to Big Show, and I was like, oh, okay, I guess. Other than that, I remember the build to the 2 out of 3 falls match with Benoit, Angle, and
Jericho.
What was it? And Jericho. I remember that. Other than that, no. Well, I remember the Ruthless Aggression CD coming out and then making a big deal that Ice-T was going to be around.
Facts.
I can see that.
That's it. That's all I remember.
Yep. It's just like I said, it was just an empty vessel of a WrestleMania. So much so, they don't even refer to this WrestleMania when they're hyping it as WrestleMania 2000 or, as we both know, WrestleMania 16. They just call it WrestleMania. Like, or like as far as when they're hyping it up on TV to people, get people to order it and stuff like that. So, yeah, man. And the card kind of screams to those sentiments, I feel like. Because, like, to your point, Dub, you remember a mid-card title match. Like, not to say there's nothing wrong with that, because those are usually fire in a WrestleMania. And this point, to save a WrestleMania, and essentially, because that main event, because it's not memorable at all, for all the wrong reasons, I should say, it's at least it's something there. So I don't know. With that said, and then it also speaks to what we will talk about next week as one of the most infamous or famous WrestleManias, I think, just based off of how weird this was. So yeah, man, it's a cornerstone, kind of turning the corner for the F, soon to be E, so to speak.
Weird period, indeed.
WrestleMania didn't feel like a spectacle on this one. It didn't.
No.
This one does not feel like the showcase of the Immortals.
Zero.
Yeah.
Zero, man.
Current age Raw gives me better vibes than this.
As we get some real inappropriate stuff here in this next little package.
Well, we might as well skip on to it. So, TNA ended up winning the match. Who the fuck cares? We skipped to a very weird promo. Who is this lady right here?
That would be the
I know Mae
illustrious
Young. I'm
Mae
talking about the
Young.
naked bitch. Who's the naked bitch?
That's Kat.
That's the cat.
Okay. Okay.
Dub, do you know the history around the cat and Jerry Lawler?
No.
What
wow.
the
So
fuck
we're
am
here.
I watching?
So what you're watching, Wiseman, is
Okay.
inappropriate writing and booking done during the Attitude Era of everything being like pointed towards like sex and sex innuendo and such, heavily speaking of which. Surprised the network even kept that on. If they took Ice-T off, how they gonna keep that on? I digress. But in regards to Jerry Lawler and the cat, the Cat was dating or like with Jerry Lawler. Like they had a whole thing that was his like lady. And then
Really?
also, yeah, exactly. And then after Jerry Lawler kind of leaves the WWEF, like, and he starts doing like XPW and weird other like little sub promotions, like when everybody was doing that stuff like Hogan and Roddy Piper and all those types of guys. He was bringing friends, so to speak, in quotation, with him to be booking as his manager. I will put friends in big quotations, and y'all could decipher what that means from there. So yeah, the Cat was somebody had a thing with at that point in time. So yeah.
All right. Well, Jerry Lawler's a weird dude. I don't want to say much about him.
Google will tell you more about what I just said.
Yeah.
Google Jerry Lawler.
I'm not Googling Jerry Lawler and
Google Jerry
Cat
Lawler.
in the same fucking search bar.
This ain't
I'm
no
not
kid
doing
show.
No, sir.
Yeah.
Okay,
Google
so
Jerry Lawler.
yeah, no Jerry Lawler. The next match that we have on the card is going to be our watch-along match. Not the only one, but the first one. It is the Triangle Ladder match, Edge and Christian, Dudley Boys, and the Hardys. For watch-along purposes, for the people at home, go ahead in your browser, smartphone, laptop, console, I don't know, BlackBerry, whatever else supports the
BlackBerry still
cock.
got apps. Shout out to
Yeah.
BlackBerry.
Right?
Y'all can survive in this day and age. Sorry. Stop putting over BlackBerry.
You always like to put over Blackberries.
Hey,
5711 is the
The
timestamp.
BBM? Oh, man.
We know, duh, we know. That BlackBerry was the shit for many of
Pin ID.
Give me that BlackBerry pen real quick.
5711 is the timestamp. 57 minutes 11 seconds for this ladder match is where we're gonna start it. I'm pretty sure this is at the beginning of entrances.
Red Receipts was always on with the BBM. Y'all don't even know. Bitch not ignoring me. I'm wearing today.
God damn.
He ain't lying.
All right. Okay, well, putting that comment to the side, 3, 2, 1, start. And
Yes.
this is going to be the
Ladders.
Dudley's entrance. Ladders, yes, good grabs and not, getting a hose. But
I'm here for it. No, this is Edge and Christian. Cause they used to come out like and nobody knew where they were coming from when they would come out.
This camera movement is starting to make me sick.
Oh yeah, like this is how they used to come out, man. Give you like a brain aneurysm.
I'm used to the Kevin Dunless production now.
yeah, with smooth shots. Yeah, nah, sir. This is sporadic. Look at that. Look at the cuts there. That was shit. Yeah, see, heat was a thing. Look at that.
Yeah, see, I told you. Yeah.
There you go.
Oh man. I'm not used to seeing a young Edge. It looks weird after watching him on AEW so much.
And young Christian.
Who we got next? Hardys, which they're probably coming back to the dub pretty soon.
Oh yeah. Too extreme.
Dub got the extreme signal up. The
they weren't
Hardy
hunching yet.
Boys
Man,
with the Z.
Jeff had a bounce in his step, man.
They weren't hunching yet. These Hardys weren't hunching yet.
No, hell no. They still had something
Thought
to prove.
hunching was a Jeff thing.
It was definitely a
Nah,
Jeff
they were
thing.
both doing it for a while.
I don't think
But
I've ever.
Jeff kept
Maybe I
it
just don't
going.
remember. Yeah, probably. These dudes, like fucking. What's that one movie? What was it, like Lost Boys or something like that? They give me Lost Boy vibes.
That tracks. I still love this entrance music for them.
Oh man, the OG Dudley music, yeah, for WWF. Bubba always
Man.
comes out looking like he wants to murder somebody. Jesus Christ. Population 10, Dudleyville.
Those damn Dudleys.
JR.
For
back
the
when we
tag
had-
team champion.
Back when we had one set of tag team title belts to worry about booking.
But so many great tag teams.
Imagine
Wild as fuck, right?
and Vince was around too. But these dudes are trying to get over though through tag team
this is
wrestling.
before Vince went partially senile and like
True.
lost all sense of wrestling booking.
Very good point.
Random fact about this match, guys.
They have
Devon's afraid of heights.
What?
Yes. Devon is afraid of heights.
Where do I remember hearing that? Where do I remember?
Bubba talked about it. I want to say when they got together and talked about this match.
I could see it.
I could see that.
It's not out the
But
realm
why
of
the
possibility.
fuck would he do ladder matches afraid? No, never mind.
Trying to get over, brother.
Boss tells you you're in a ladder match at WrestleMania. What are you going to say? No?
Right. I'm afraid of heights, Vince. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't want to wrestle tonight. Go get somebody else. There goes your check. Oh my God.
That had to be crazy for him.
It had to have been fucking crazy. And I don't remember exactly who won this match. I guess we'll save it for
Edge
the
and
end.
Christian win both of the TLC matches.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay. Man, back when Jeff Hardy at least could wrestle while he was, not
I remember
sober.
that specifically because I'm a Dudley Boys guy because
Same.
BA, me and you being
Same.
close to the same age, everybody was catching 3Ds at recess.
Facts. I still to this day, like, me and my brothers have a pact to where, like, we gonna real life 3D somebody in the streets, like, cause it's just like see a table and see somebody walking by, like, pick them up.
Oh, y'all got
down.
a murder pact. Okay,
That's a felony pact.
One
Let's
day.
go. Yeah.
Shout out to my brothers. Y'all already know what I'm talking about. But yes,
That bail money
a
ain't
real
too
life
much.
3D will happen to somebody before my heart starts beating on this planet. So watch out, world. You see us together. But yes, 3Ds used to happen in like recess, open gym, that kind of stuff all the time.
God damn.
Such a easy, like, such a great tag team move. Like,
Oh yeah.
fighting through a table. Like,
Classic.
dope as hell.
Very classic. The one thing I always, because you had a great contrast between the Dudleys and ECW and the Dudleys and WWF.
Yes.
Which one do you like more, and what do you like more about them?
ECW Dudleys, because they were heels and they were like big heels. Bubba Ray Dudley used to get people to try to fight him during his promos. So mic work, that for sure. And then, I mean, not that I hate their WWE gimmick. They got over with it, but they wouldn't have been able to got over without that ECW work. And then also, they and like ECW and Dub can attest to this. They used to have like 45-minute matches and shit like that. Like,
Yep.
at the point of your AEW love, Wiseman. So like,
You always gotta find a way to shoot. My God.
this is so easy. I'm sorry, man.
At least it's
But
more
to that
entertaining
point,
than Bret Hart.
I say it more in love because I get it. That's what made me fall in love with these dudes, these maniacs. And then they also have, with that said, a whole family in ECW, not just Spike Dudley. Like, and we've talked about it in
Spike
past
Dudley,
episodes.
Bubba, Devon, Big Dick Dudley.
Oh,
Yup.
shit.
Sign Guy Dudley.
Yep.
God damn.
like
Sorry to
30 of
interrupt, but Jeff Hardy just took a nasty ass bump off the top rope and hit the
Oh,
shit
yeah.
out of his head.
Of course.
Oh,
Of course he did.
yeah, it's not new.
Joe Gertner, the quintessential
Quintessential
stud
stud muffin. Yep.
Yes, we've seen him talking in episodes previous, ECW watching alongs and such. So yeah,
Joe Gertner's
that
the shit.
version is my favorite. Dub, what about you? What's your favorite Dudley version, ECW or WWE?
Oh, WWE for sure.
Really? Okay, speak on it.
Bubba putting bitches through tables.
Okay, fair enough. Speaking of
That
Mae
was
Young,
the shit. That was the shit.
shout out
bro.
to Mae Young. She had like a hell of a year in 2000. She gave birth to a hand. She was put through a table by Bubba Ray, one very infamous table shot, and all the stuff that you saw around what we witnessed in that promo. I'm gonna just let y'all go watch it. We're not even gonna talk about it.
And
So they did a lot of stuff
JR
like that.
JR quoted and said, "Putting Mae Young through the table has put Bubba in a post-Wood trance."
Wow. I did not know that quote existed.
Yeah, you've never heard that? They said, you know, when he like stares off into the camera after like power bombing somebody?
That became his whole thing.
JR coined that as a post-Wood trance, and it was the funniest fucking thing I've ever heard.
Uh-oh, the helicopter spot here.
Oh, helicopter ladder. Here it comes. Yep. Damn, he knocking niggas with that shit though. All right. They make it look a little better than current age. But, I mean, it's an ECW guy, so I don't know.
Who was doing that in AEW, Wiseman? I
was talking about WWE.
I'm talking about the helicopter spot.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. They usually do it in WWE. I haven't seen it done in AEW.
Oh, you know what? It was a women's match. I think Bianca Belair did it. I remember her doing that. I don't know why
that's usually a WWE thing. It might have been done in AEW. I'm not sure.
I mean, yeah, who knows?
Exactly. They got too many matches for that. What is? Oh, that looked like it would have hurt.
Yeah, that sucks.
Just fucking pancaked him right into the goddamn ladder in the corner. And a drop kick. Bubba bumped so fucking well back in the day. I loved it.
Yeah, man. The Dudley Boys used to get it in, and then I don't even think Spike Dudley's here yet, as far as in WWE.
No, he's not.
Yeah, ECW.
When does Spike Dudley come in, Dub?
I think when the doors close.
This year,
yeah,
if I remember correctly.
When ECW
later in the 2000. Okay.
Yeah, later because he's around in 2001.
That makes sense.
Spike Dudley used to get his ass whooped. He was your original Darby Allin.
Bumps.
Yeah, he did.
I saw
Spike Dudley get thrown outside the ring and his head just clipped the back of a table.
Ugh.
That he was supposed to go through, and he
big
pops
spear
right
by
back up.
Edge here.
Yeah, he was Darby before, Darby was Darby. Like,
oh yeah, Darby was definitely watching him growing up.
Spike took some nasty ass bumps, and that I've seen, and there's probably a bunch more that I haven't. They love that spear off the damn ladder.
Oh yeah, that's Edge's spot, man.
Yeah, I think
Pause.
Yeah, that's a pause. No Diddy.
No Diddy.
Are we really using that term now?
I think we have to, man. The world, the zeitgeist said so, brother.
Did Jeff Hardy just do a Niagara Falls driver?
Yes, he did. AKA Tiger Driver 97. No, I'm just playing, y'all. That ain't Tiger.
No, it's probably like Tiger Driver 61 or something like that.
Hardy did moves? What?
It wasn't just a twist of fate and whisper in the wind and Swanton, Dub.
Nope.
It was
what?
He wasn't just doing crazy stuff to get over and go home.
Yeah, Jeff Hardy could actually wrestle. Did he show it all the time? Not really. He did a lot of spots, but...
Did he show it 5% of the time? No, not really.
If he was sober the whole time, I think he would have did a little better.
Agreed there.
I don't want to hear that as an excuse. I watched Kurt Angle not wrestle sober for 5 years, and he was the best wrestler walking planet Earth.
Different drugs, though. Okay.
True. Different.
Kurt Angle did uppers. Jeff Hardy's doing downers. Okay. Totally different.
Shawn Michaels was out here doing downers.
Yeah,
Shawn Michaels is Shawn Michaels.
True.
Okay.
Shawn
Michaels is Shawn Michaels.
Shawn Michaels was on everything.
Yeah, he was.
Shawn Michaels is on everything now. He's on nothing but the love of Jesus Christ.
Shawn Michaels was on everything, and so was Razor, and they had the first great ladder match.
But Razor kept, fucking up and couldn't handle it down the road.
Razor
found more bottles while Shawn found Christ.
Ain't that the night that Styles said he couldn't feel his heartbeat or something? Like when they was doing drugs?
We need a heartbeat for you. Be all right?
He was like, I can't feel my heartbeat. And then it was like, I think they were doing them somas or whatever that they loved talking about from back in the day. And then it was like, here, take another one, man. I was like, wow. This is like on when like they did an E60 on Scott Hall, like when he was in some rough shape before he found DDP.
I remember that.
Yeah, and in that one, that's where that quote is from. That is not made up. That's not me making jokes. That he really says that. A story.
Jesus.
I think it was around that ladder match, as a matter of fact. So yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like that's some like real white boy shit when you say like the drugs or whatever is affecting me in this way. They say, "Oh, just do another one."
Just do more, yeah, man.
Yes.
Just like that. That's the
100%.
same shit for people. Oh, you have a hangover? Just drink more to get rid of it the next day.
Yeah, just start it
Right.
up again. I have to go to
The
work.
fuck is wrong with you? I got kids, man. Like,
Right, exactly.
yeah.
Shout out to Heath
Exactly.
Slater. That was a great
you.
gimmick,
Like
man.
I do kind of subscribe to that one because the best way to cure a hangover is like mimosas,
Smoke
and
a
then like
blunt.
you slowly like decrease the amount of champagne. So at some point you're just drinking orange juice. So then
Waffle House and weed, brother.
by the time like the champagne wears off and the drunkenness wears off, all you got in your system is vitamin C and OJ. And OJ's never killed anybody, right?
Whoa. I think he wrote a book there. Anyways, never mind.
Yeah.
3 ladders in the
Exit
ring.
screen. Exit
For
screen.
3 tag teams. What's gonna happen?
But other than
Yeah.
Orthol James, this shit is killer because now we got both fucking people on the ladder, 2 teams, and they are fucking going at it. I don't know how much longer they got in this match, really. Who is missing? The Dudleys. What happened to the Dudleys? Oh, face
Both down in
plant.
the ring.
Yep.
Okay. What do we got? Back neck breaker, whatever. Sweet.
Neck breaker.
Oh, everyone's down.
this is-
Devon is crawling back.
This is definitely before they started beefing. And that was Matt Hardy is why I say that. As far
Oh,
as Edge
Jesus,
delivering
yeah.
that neck breaker.
This is before Edge laid the pipage. In his
I
girl.
just watched that Unforgiven where Edge and Hardy had that cage match. There were
thank
no
you.
punches pulled.
Future show
Y'all
idea
you
wise,
and
man.
E love that Lita and Edge drama. Like, y'all love that shit so much.
It's so good because it's real. Damn it.
Wrestling is good, like when the lines are blurred, man.
It is.
Pipe Bomb is still the greatest promo of all time because that shit was real.
True.
CM Punk was upset, and they said, "Go get that shit off your chest."
Here's a microphone.
He was like, "Are you sure? You sure you want me to do this?" I'm like, "Do it. Say what you gotta say."
yeah.
Yeah, good luck. And then the pipe
Rest is
bomb match.
history.
Him and Heyman have the 2 best WWEF promos in my opinion.
Cena's best
Absolutely.
promo of all time was when he looked at Roman and said, "I'm still here because you can't do your job."
job. Yeah. Yeah. There's a bunch. We could have a whole episode on promos. That's a whole different thing.
Yeah, that'd be a
Promos are-
fun topic to talk about.
Yeah. Oh, we could probably do that.
Did you notice how Devon jumped off the ladder before Bubba pushed it?
Oh, yeah.
Afraid of heights.
Way to sell it, though, Devon.
Now I'm gonna look at all Dudley Boys ladder matches and notice how Devon does not do anything on ladders. This is wild.
Watch the second one in particular because he gets to the top of the ladder multiple times and just kind of freezes.
That's hilarious.
Devon, don't fuck with heights.
I don't blame him. I get him. I get it.
Oh shit. Oh yeah, obligatory think a team is gonna win spot. Another team comes. Yep, there it is.
There they are. That's
I'm sure,
Christian.
which is why Devon probably had no problem losing this match.
Facts.
Right. Yeah. Fact. Oh, sandwich spot.
Damn. The infamous
Christian's gonna roll
sandwich
out the
spot.
ring. The infamous sandwich spot. There's so many spots that happen all the time in old school ladder matches. Not even old. Oh, look at that 3D. That was beautiful.
I love how Bubba called it before Devon even reversed Edge into the ropes.
It's
He's
like,
like, "Oh, both of us in the ring.
like
Somebody's going
Kyrie
to
and
the ropes?"
LeBron in 2016, man. He sees it before it even happened.
Oh my God, you gotta love. That's why I
And
love
here's
the
the
Dudleys
tables.
as a tag team. And yep, there's the tables. Tables.
I love how they love the tables so much. It has nothing to do with getting the belts. Let's just pull out tables and put people through tables.
Yeah, fuck the belts. Let's just get this wood trance. That's
Why
all
not,
I need.
right?
Hey,
I need my face.
Hey, you.
Terrible.
Gotta love the violence. They all love the violence, man.
Facts.
How many tables are they pulling out? I see 3.
I think this is when they do that big table. Do they do a big table spot? Like where they like stack a
On
bunch of tables on top of each other?
2000? I don't think
No,
that's
I
2000.
think that's 2001.
Yeah, your guys are correct.
Yeah.
WrestleMania 17.
This
Yeah.
isn't important enough to do that big of spot.
Nah.
Not at all.
Like everything on this card is booked to be not that big of a deal. This WrestleMania should have been called WrestleMania. Move along, nothing to see here.
When
under construction.
Oh, is this the shit where Edge and Christian stand on the top and get the belt? I remember
this is the end of the match.
Yeah.
They're just propping it up for him, basically.
Okay. This is a weird way to set that up. Like, how would you even... I don't know. How would you put someone through that?
I would be terrified to be standing on that table.
Yeah, because who knows? I mean, I'm sure they practiced the spot. I would have hoped. They ain't just
you can very much hope. Those are not small dudes. They come crashing down from, 7-foot ladders.
I'm not practicing nothing. BA, this vibes. It's 2000, baby. We just out here with
True.
vibes.
Just vibes and prayers.
Ain't no
well
performance
wishes.
center for us to go practice a match.
And
It's
great
just
insurance. Because, boy, you going to need it for this shit. Why'd they even pull out 2 other tables? Like, are they going to put one on each side and each one's going to bump
The vibe,
in?
the vibe said so.
The vibe said so. What else? Okay, let's see where this vibe goes that Dub's talking about.
It's like a table on table type deal, I guess. I don't know. It's like the step up to the next table.
I feel that.
Like it's a level 2 type deal.
I guess now another ladder comes out. This setup is really weird. They just like the violence at this point. This is all they could do without getting into thumbtacks, glass, and flames. Because I don't think you could do that shit yet in WWE.
Not without special permission from the boss.
From Mr. Redacted.
Mankind had thumbtacks in the Hell in a Cell.
Right, the former final
Did he?
boss.
Yeah.
But pre 2000?
The famous Hell in a Cell when he gets chokeslammed through the cell.
Yeah, but that was like I said.
And when he gets up, he pours a bag of tacks.
Well, like you said, that's what special permission. That's Mick Foley. So,
but to that point though, Dub, like that's when this stuff was like at its height, the most craziest as far as the quote attitude era. This is like a phase out to the point of the aggression CD coming out. Like this is ruthless aggression getting brought on to the forefront. You got ECW shutting
didn't start
down.
till like 3 years later though.
But this is the ushering in of it and kind of not walking away from all the attitude era stuff. But
slowly getting away from it. Because, I mean, let's be real. 2001, 2002, 1 or 2 years after this, attitude era is gone. Like, it's thoroughly gone.
It's not what it was to the point of what you just described with the Hell in a Cell in '98. They was trying to get away from doing that kind of stuff right now. Like they let it happen to a certain degree to the point of that hardcore battle royale BS that we watched.
That's bullshit.
Because you saw some blood in that match, but
God damn, we just threw a whole fucking ladder at him. Shit.
Nothing like thumbtacks getting dumped into the middle of the ring with a guy to get power bombed through a cage 10 feet above it.
Sounds like Mick Foley though. You can't lie. That's a complete Mick Foley thing to do.
I can't argue with that.
All right, so back to live commentary on the match. We have the Blonde Hardy down and Bubba carrying what is that, a 10-foot ladder?
Yeah, this is where the ladders on the outside are like double the size of the normal ladders.
Jesus Christ. That's a tall ass ladder. Okay.
This is why this match is so innovative, because they start getting crazier with ladder matches. Because before this
Did Bubba
ladder
just do
match,
a vein slap? What was that?
So
I don't know if they
Bubba
were
goes
slapping
through
veins in
this table.
2000.
Jeff
Oh,
puts
niggas
Bubba
was slapping
through this
veins in
table.
2000. Don't get them wrong.
Dipset? What? Anyways, I don't know.
Oh yeah.
What were you? Dub was saying something.
I was saying that this is how Bubba and Jeff get taken out of this match. Jeff jumps through
Oh, the
Bubba
swan
on this
time.
table.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
you are correct.
yep. Yeah, very correct. So it's all coming flooding back to me now.
So yeah, with this match being like this, like before ladder matches, it was just like you had Rock and Triple H had a ladder match in '98 for the IC belt. Of course, you had Shawn and Razor. I'm sure some other random ones sprinkled in there, but nothing like these dudes was doing. Like this shit was innovative at the time. Bringing a lot of that ECW flavor. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Jeff Hardy lived for this bullshit. Still does to this day. Live for it. When he has people that aren't gonna just move out the way.
He lives for it, but he can't do this shit anymore. Jeff Hardy would literally die if he did this shit.
So
today.
much so he got Sammy Guevara suspended.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not a Jeff Hardy fan, but I'm not gonna let you blame him for anything that Sammy Guevara did.
That's why I had to
Sammy
stop myself.
Guevara
I couldn't even try to jokingly say
suspended.
it.
Sammy
Because
Guevara
shit
is a
Sammy
dickhead.
Guevara did.
Yeah.
Right. I tried to say it and joke it and jest, but it wasn't possible because Sammy Guevara is an asshole. So
Sammy
Sam-
Guevara is an ass. We don't even.
And once TK decides he wants to stop paying Sammy Guevara, Sammy Guevara in for a rough go of it.
Yep. He gonna have a worse.
TNA.
No, we good over here. Nah.
We ain't trying to pay out another Lords of London insurance
good.
policy.
I watched 45 Brian Myers matches before they give me
Damn.
Sammy Guevara.
Who is Brian Myers? What?
Dove's previewing his TNA Shide podcast that he's about to come out with because who the fuck is Brian Myers, y'all? That's
Brian
gonna be the
Myers,
name of
He
it.
be with Matt Cardona. What was his name in? What you call it?
Oh, is that Heath Slater?
No.
The Edgeheads?
Yeah. That nigga. What was his name?
Who the
He was Kurt Hawkins. Kurt Hawkins.
Oh yeah, the red.
dude with the
current team-
longest losing streak in WWE?
Yeah, I
Yes.
watched 100 of his matches before Sammy Guevara.
Man, Vince made a joke out of them dudes.
You don't want to
man.
see Sammy Guevara and Ash by Elegance at maybe Sammy Guevara can teach her some promo skills or something? No? Nothing? No? All right, we'll move on.
Listen.
So with that said, Edge and Christian are climbing the ladder to get the
They
belts
gave
on that.
Ash by Elegance a character, and she's doing okay with this character.
She sucks.
Listen, I'm not saying she's good in the ring now. I don't think she's had one
Oh,
match.
that was a mean table spot. Jesus
Yeah.
Christ. So they just sent this nigga crashing 10 feet to the floor. Edge and
Jeff
Christian
Hardy
have won.
volunteered to do these things.
Yeah.
Matt that went through that table.
He said, "I'll just go through a table."
Oh, that was Matt?
That was Matt. Remember Jeff?
Jeff
jumped
killed
through
himself
Bubba?
on the
Like,
table.
he still laid out on the aisle.
Yeah, they
with
sent
Bubba.
Matt to the Shadow Realm right there.
Yeah, he did.
How did Bubba get up before Jeff?
Because Jeff Hardy always hurts himself worse
Bubba-
than the person
Bubba
that he
built
do those
different,
moves
man.
to.
Yeah, Bubba built different.
He heard their music. It was like hell.
I guess. If you can't tell by
Great
the commentary, Edge and Christian have won after a 23-minute match.
What tag team title reign is this for him? Like 2 or something?
It's early.
Probably 2 to 3, I would imagine.
Yeah, that tracks. Now they're fighting each other for the TNT belt in AEW now. I ain't mad at it.
title
They're
in
doing
AEW.
some of the best work on that show, so keeping it watchable.
Yeah, I guess so.
Speaking of not keeping it watchable, Linda McMahon's on my TV right now.
And speaking of AEW television, Kevin Kelly giving a interview to, is he Mick Foley or is he Cactus Jack right now? Like, what is
Mick
he?
Foley.
He's Mick Foley.
He's marketed as Mick Foley, yeah.
Okay, so this is Linda McMahon and Mick Foley getting interviewed by a very young Kevin Kelly. I'm not going to play the promo because Mick Foley promos are pretty generic to me. Have no
It's all
interest in them.
generic. Like, why? It's to the point of this whole McMahon in every corner thing. Like, why is Mick Foley and Linda McMahon here? Why?
Exactly. And on the Dubs' favorite match of the night, we got Terry Reynolds with the Fabulous Moolah and the
This
Cat
is
with
definitely
Mae
Jerry
Young.
Lawler's favorite. Man.
With Mae Young. And Dub, another trivia question. Do you remember who the special guest referee is for this match?
It's not the King.
No.
He wishes.
Think of a level of horny under Jerry Lawler.
Hugh Hefner.
That's an active on the WWE roster.
At this period.
One
in
more
time.
guess.
Oh, Val Venus.
Absolutely. There you go.
Wow.
We
Good
get
guess.
Ladies.
we get the porn star gimmick as the special guest referee for Terry Runnels and the Cat. Now,
you guys know he's like a right-wing conspiracy nut now?
Yes, I've seen his fucking Twitter. It is insane.
His Twitter is insane.
Him and Tatanka. Gotta watch out.
Wait, what happened to Tatanka?
Tatanka, right wing crazy too.
We don't have enough time
Allegedly.
for BA to get into Tatanka.
That's a whole nother episode too. I'm booking out the rest of our year. We got a Bret Hart versus Kurt Angle episode. We got Tatanka now. Tatanka can have his own episode.
Tatanka. Oh
we
God,
have E-Ray on for that one.
Valve. I've seen some of the shit Val Venus has been tweeting over the last few weeks, and it's like, it's
wild,
very bad. It's very bad. He was.
Whoa,
and then somebody.
That shirt is wild.
What is this? Oh, is it the cocked and loaded?
I am cocked and loaded, and the font is
ready
like
to let go. No, ready to unload.
The font is jizz. The font is jizz.
I was gonna say frosting, but hey.
Oh, okay. No, the font is semen.
Throwing it in.
The font is made out of semen.
God, this is some crazy shit. Bro.
And his fucking towel is referee pattern. This is hilarious.
Disgusting. Val Venus was such an inappropriate gimmick.
He was a porn star, man.
That's what I'm saying.
You know the Illuminati is gonna lock us in 15-minute cities.
Ladies, do you know they're building FEMA camps right in your backyard to take you hostage when martial law is declared?
Jesus Christ.
Ladies, do you know they're coming for your kids and your guns?
Are you vaxxed? Let me stop. Let me stop. I'm gonna get somebody in trouble.
You know the vaccine is tracking you, ladies?
All right. You let them put that tracking machine inside of you? What?
Not the big Valboski.
Yes, Val Venus, right-wing conspiracy.
Big Valboski does the poking. He doesn't get poked.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, so he's refereeing this shit show.
Let me recover from that. Holy shit.
Fabulous Moolah, not a nice lady. Used to beat up on women back in the day.
The stories about that woman that came out after they tried to name some shit after her.
She's like wrestling's Diddy, and Vince is in the building. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all you need to know. With that said,
yeah, in 2000, it's arguable who's the worst person between Moolah or Diddy. Not Diddy, Moolah or Vince.
That's fair.
Diddy was still worse at this point.
Accurate.
That is true. That is very true.
Very, very accurate.
Why are they rubbing on Val Venus? This is weird.
I told you, man. Inappropriate. Like Dub said, 13 years old.
All right, and then we get is this the Cat?
Yep.
Damn, she's short. What the fuck? How tall is what?
Mae Young having the year of her career here. Not knowing she gonna get power bombed through a table.
Mae Young having an entrance at Mania is just really weird to see right now in 2000. Next to the Cat, oh my God.
You wasn't outside, Wiseman.
No.
All we got was weirdness like this. Dub could attest. All we got was weirdness like this.
I most certainly was not outside.
I don't think Goldust is a part of this pay-per-view, but Goldust started getting real wild, almost as wild as that camera shot that we just saw here.
Was Goldust in the company in 2000?
I think this is where he was in WCW doing that creepy gimmick we talked about on the main.
The seven gimmick?
I think he was doing the 7 gimmick over in WCW.
With the Jabberwocky mask and the Zorro hat.
Floating outside that kid's
Fester
bedroom.
Adams. Yeah.
That whole promo is weird. This is just a weird time for wrestling.
This is, look at what we're watching right now. I mean, just say it out loud. Terry Runnels versus the Cat with Val Venus as special guest referee with a shirt in semen font that says, "I'm cocked and loaded and ready to unload." This is just Do you have explanation for this match? And he just kissed her.
No.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and move on.
In the words of soon to get in trouble, allegedly, Hov, what more can I say? Like, good Lord. Like, he's just making it. Okay. Fast forward, wise. I can't
Yeah,
talk about
we're
this
okay.
and keep us still listenable.
We're not. Yeah. So Terry Runnels wins this match after 2.5 minutes. I do not give a fuck. I really don't. So we're gonna cut to the next match, which is China and Too Cool versus the Radicals.
So she was Rikishi before Rikishi? Yeah.
Essentially.
I guess so.
Never thought about it like that.
I never did either. I really didn't even know Too Cool was around before Rikishi was doing his old thing. So.
Oh yeah, Too Cool was like some cheap tag team like that would just get put over or get jobbed out.
What title does Dean Malenko have?
That's the light heavyweight title. Light heavyweight title.
That still existed?
Mm-hmm. Remember, Taka Michinoku was the first one to win it like the year before in '99.
That's the only thing I associate with Taka Michinoku besides the Taka Michinoku driver.
Well, who else was going to take it off of him outside of the Man of 1,000 Hoes, of course?
What about Michinoku Pro Wrestling? No?
Oh, that was his pops.
Yeah,
He's a Nepo baby too, but just...
Yeah, I mean, it's still his family, you know.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. But we're not watching along with this match, so sorry, we have live commentary to it.
That belt is fire though.
It is very
Shout out to
fire.
Perry Saturn.
Oh, Perry Saturn. Poor
One of the most
Perry.
underrated workers of all time.
Yeah, and he pissed some people off in the back for some of the gimmicks he had to do.
Fucking mop.
Jeez.
That is
Moppy.
Oh my god.
Moppy, the concussion stuff, the
It's China with the
dress
bazooka.
stuff.
Oh, we got the fucking shirt gun. Let's go.
No, this is not a shirt gun.
Oh, this is
a
the shirt.
firework gun.
Oh, the
Yeah.
firework gun.
Her and The Rock, the only ones allowed to carry machinery like that. Everybody else gets shirt guns. The Rock gets a flamethrower, China gets a firework shooter.
Hey, that shit was fire though. She has that same shit at 17, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh yeah, she does. That was her gimmick. That was her
Oh
gimmick.
yeah, the fucking
This
firework
is
gun.
right before the Latino Heat run.
Oh yeah, they're kind of like
Eddie was choosing.
Oh yeah, Eddie was wilding
This is
out.
the-
And they
another
kinda
important
speak to it during
aspect.
promos.
Another important aspect about this Mania. This is kind of the precursor to the Latino Heat and China run.
No,
So-
this isn't before Rikishi because Rikishi's in there Titantron.
Oh,
I see
well,
it.
There we go.
Bang this, bang this, bang this, bang this. That sure was interesting. Turn it up.
Man, the big fan. I mean, that theme song was over though. I can't even hate.
Don't get me
I
wrong.
was a big Too Cool guy.
I was
a big Too
I was
Cool guy.
only a Too Cool guy if Rikishi's with them. That's it.
I mean,
I
R&B
was a
Grandmaster
Rikishi guy.
Sexay.
So
yeah. Shout out to Grandmaster Sexay, R.I.P.
R.I.P. Grandmaster.
Scotty
you
Too
see
Hotty.
You see Scotty Too Hotty wrestle not too long ago. Mans could still go.
Yeah, he can definitely go.
You know when he left the WWE, he became a volunteer firefighter
Good for him.
Really?
He seems like, a good dude.
for like 10, 15 years, and then was coaching at NXT for a while.
Sounds like the Great Khali. Didn't we talk about how the Great Khali became like a cop in India or something?
Oh, I thought you said he became a trainer. I'm like, how? Who was he training?
No,
How can you become
nah,
a
he
cop and
killed
you
he
can't chase
killed
nobody?
somebody. He ain't training nobody. Fuck no. When you
Not laughing at him killing someone, but just
a
the
man,
Great Khali.
when you murder a man while wrestling, you should not train anybody at any time. Never.
Hold on, wait, what? Drake Khali killed a guy?
He told me about
What?
this many episodes ago. Yeah, I thought this was common knowledge.
Yes, Great Khali. Oh God, now I gotta get the info so I'm not wrong. Okay.
I mean, I know
Wow.
Rey Mysterio killed a guy.
All right. So
Did
Great
he?
Khali in 2001 at APW delivered a spine buster to somebody a little too hard and took them out of existence.
So he like Goro'd somebody. He snapped somebody in half. R.I.P. to that person.
So a spinebuster can really kill somebody. God.
Look, this is how it's written. Both wrestlers were practicing the spine buster, which ended up being Bryan's final move ever. That's a fucked
Damn,
line.
that's a sad sentence there.
Yeah.
Wow.
Brian Ona was his name. Yes,
all right,
Great
do
Khali
that.
did kill a man while wrestling.
Man.
So wait, he became a cop?
In India, I think he was a cop or something like that, if I'm not mistaken.
Bro, if I
yeah.
found out Great Khali was working the beat in my neighborhood, I'm committing crimes all the time.
Oh yeah, good luck,
He
Great
not
Khali.
catching
Outside
me?
of driving to get me,
He not catching me. What?
not happening.
I'm not even running. I'm walking
Yeah,
briskly.
he's
not
officially, he is still to this day officially an assistant sub-inspector of the Punjabi police.
Good for him, man.
Yep.
Wiseman, move along on this card here.
Sorry, we
You're
discussed
okay.
this a while ago. I
Yes.
forget what episode it was, but yeah, this took place a while ago.
Great Khali is the op.
So let's see. Grandmaster Sexay is shucking and jiving in the ring with China.
Yeah, trying to do her best white girl dance.
Right. Okay, so this is a 10-minute 6-person tag. China and Too Cool end up winning. Does anybody else care about this?
Nah,
Take the pin, Perry Saturn.
I don't even know.
We can skip ahead and look. Why the fuck not? Let's see here. So more wrestling.
I'd imagine
more
Eddie
wrestling.
Guerrero takes the pin, I believe.
Let's
Whoa,
see
hey,
here.
this is a family show.
Only sometimes, brother. We like throat stuff here. Eddie Guerrero takes the pin from China, so that's probably
Yeah.
what starts off the relationship.
Yep, I called it. See? Not everything I say is just said to be inappropriate. That was the actual truth.
Just 99.9%.
There's still a chance. Not 100.
Saying there's a chance, brother.
Right?
So after this match, you get this like contest that happened where somebody got yanked and pulled to this pay-per-view from their like normal life. So some lady in Pennsylvania won. So you get to see that. I'd have been tired. I'm like,
So
damn.
she just went to a pay-per-view? Like,
Yeah, they pulled her out of like they did like
Nasty bastard.
ridiculous. They did like a publishing clearinghouse type of deal,
You know I got you.
and like surprised her like you're going to WrestleMania.
Break the walls down.
no, yeah. But the next match,
This is the
which is
final watch
probably
along.
going to be my favorite match of the night. We get old Chris Benoit, Chris Jericho, and not yet Perk Angle for, like we said at the beginning, 2-fall triple threat Intercontinental and the European Championship. I chose this one as a watch along because it's not, a 40+ minute match of scarring and emotional damage.
Thank you.
Yeah. And it's a little bit shorter than the Edge and Christian match. Not a little bit. It's significantly shorter. But 2 out of 3 falls with three people, gonna be a banger. You already know.
Yeah.
Jericho is cutting a promo right now for watch along reasons. We're gonna go ahead and start this one at 1 hour, 52 minutes. Now just call it 1 hour and 53 minutes even.
There you go.
Jericho's cutting a promo. Not gonna turn it on. Jericho
Damn.
promos are cool, but hey, sorry. We can listen to it a
I'm
little
just
bit if you
joking.
want.
I was just joking.
Oh, okay. Hey, Devin, let me know. We can listen to it.
I was just adding some spice in there.
Oh, no, that's good. That's good. Dub, did you want to listen to this promo? Do you care?
No.
All right. Well, there
Jericho
we go.
talking shit.
We got
Listen to Jericho
subtitles
promos for
anyway.
20
He's
years.
look at him. He's guaranteeing he's gonna walk away with at least one, but he doesn't know which one. Yeah, so pretty generic stuff. This is still very young into his WWE run. Y2J. I don't know how long he's been there, but given that it's 2000, I'm gonna
Y2J,
say
he just showed up. Yeah.
yeah, about to say less than a year probably.
Not even. No, he did.
2 months.
Yeah.
He showed up in January.
Yeah.
And this is
During a
April,
Rock
so
promo.
yeah, I remember that. And interrupting The Rock. How could you? God, this is a
about to be,
long
yeah.
promo before the match. Do you think they counted this in the match time?
Will never, ever
Probably
forget a game.
I would hope not.
Oh, look, and we get the crippler, Chris Benoit.
He who
Probably
shall
shouldn't call him
remain.
The murder-suicider.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck. Yeah. But
Great-
at least we
great
get to
music,
just,
though.
Yeah, that is
match
true.
Match the character perfect.
All right, I'm done. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that in the episode. We shouldn't get copyrighted. But yeah, great music. I loved it. You got some pretty good attire. We're just gonna talk about the graps with old Benoit. Not gonna get into anything else like we usually do.
Nope.
And then
we gotta play this is the OG Kurt Angle music. Yeah.
we gonna play a little bit of the Angle music. Come on, we gotta do that.
Cause he's such a goddamn winner. Just couldn't stop winning. Just acquiring belts.
Gold medal winner, Intercontinental champion, European, soon to be WWF. Like, wild, man. Just so wild.
Chris Benoit coming straight for him.
Straight out the gate, you're gonna start beating the champion's ass, and good for you because you're gonna need it if y'all want to walk out with some belts.
And I don't even think Kurt Angle takes a pin, if I remember correctly.
No, they was protecting Angle like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
You're probably getting both of these belts
up
off of him so they can get him to the world title. Shit.
They absolutely were. Yeah, he's in the world title like immediately after this WrestleMania.
I'm not surprised. He needs to be at this point, and he was. So good deserving on him.
Especially with Austin hurt too. Yeah, they needed an Angle in that title picture.
Oh yeah, because that was the big thing I didn't understand when I was little. I was like, wait, where's Stone Cold on this? Like, nowhere on this card. Why? What's happening? And then I figured out he was injured.
Yep.
Pretty shitty.
Think he get a Stone Cold, he might save this WrestleMania. In all honesty.
Right. If we did get a Stone Cold appearance, because we were kind of reading, and I don't know how legitimate this was, but they're saying if Stone Cold would have been healthy, it would have been a triple threat for the main event instead of this 4-way bullshit.
It'd been fucking dope. Rock, Stone Cold, and Triple H.
Yeah, all in 2000. That would have been significantly better than.
I say my childhood self would definitely have got more excited and remembered this a lot more for positive than negative if that would have happened.
Exactly.
No doubt in my mind.
God. Let's see here.
But we do get the 2-man power trip when he comes back. We do get that. They position him real weird. Like, they don't know what to really do with him as far as Austin and Triple H. But I digress.
We'll talk about why with Triple H in a minute. Trust me. We will talk
get there.
about that.
But yeah, in the meantime, though, like we said, they protect the shit out of Kurt Angle here. As far as how they get these belts off of him, very wise, and to kind of break it all back up again, because Kurt Angle was winning, they couldn't make him lose, so he won both of those belts, and then it was like, y'all, we gotta get them shits off of him. Chris Benoit and Chris Jericho, some good guys to have to carry some mid-card belts in 2000, I'd say, for sure.
Oh, fucking great. Yeah, some of your best options, in my opinion. I mean, you got Benoit straight out of WCW. He still looks like he's got the WCW hair and all that, which is weird. Jericho, one of the hottest in the company right now, honestly.
He literally
great mid-card options.
He literally won the WCW belt and left, right?
Who? Benoit?
Chris Benoit.
No.
Did he lose it? There was something around the WCW title before he left WCW.
I didn't know that. Did he?
There was something around it.
He left because they weren't going to put him in the title picture.
I thought it was like a too little, too late type of deal.
I mean, that would make sense, honestly. Because he didn't go after that world title for the longest. Every Chris Benoit match we've watched has been mid-card galore. Like, either that or a tag match, to be honest. I don't think we've watched anything outside of, I mean, not even many WWE.
This is during that
he was there.
Vince Russo era. He bounced too, if I remember correct. I think. I could be wrong on that.
Oh, Benoit bounced after Russo took over and started putting people on fucking forklifts and shit like that.
Buff Bagwell's mama. Yep.
Mama Bagwell. No.
Man, for Kurt Angle to not take a pin, they beating the shit out of him, by the way. But continue.
I mean, this is a good way. I mean, you can't full out protect him to where he looks like a god and he's invincible, but you also can't have the motherfucker take 2 pins. Like, that's not happening.
You cannot have it.
Definitely, and then throw him in the world title after this? Nah, that shit ain't gonna work. Not at all.
Right.
Not at fucking all. Oh, was that a rope break? See, too close to the goddamn ropes. All right. And this is just, I love how they pace this match with like, there's no downtime really between at least two people at a time.
Yeah, they do their thing.
I mean, you got guys that are just stamina monsters that can just go.
Yep.
So it makes sense.
That is true. That is fucking true. Benoit at this point is already used to it. Jericho's used to it. And then with Angle doing Olympic wrestling, he's probably got...
With a broken freaking neck.
With a broken freaking neck. The motherfucker's probably got 99 stamina, like, on lock.
Well, Angle, back when he was at that Foxcatcher camp, which that place was crazy, their stamina training was legit post-exhaustion training where they would just be running miles after miles after miles after miles, and when they could hardly breathe and they were exhausted, that's when they would start their wrestling training. So
damn, that's insane. What?
He's always been a stamina monster.
That sucks.
We did something similar when I wrestled in high school too. It was crazy.
Fuck that. I mean, we did some shit like that with like strength and conditioning with football, but nigga, wrestling like that? Oh God, that sounds terrible.
It's like mat wrestling is a whole different like type of dude you gotta be to be into that stuff, man. I wrestled in middle school and I hated it.
So BA Sean, so when I was wrestling in high school, they made us run around the school for 15 minutes.
Believe it.
And then after that was done, we were doing sprints, like 5 sets of sprints, down the hallway the wrestling room was in. And then if we looked tired enough, that's when practice would start. If we didn't, then we doing more sprints until we look completely exhausted. And then when everybody looks completely exhausted, that's when practice would start.
Oh yeah. F that.
Fuck that. Absolutely fuck that.
Noise. F that noise.
Because I think once like Angle and the guys that were in that Foxcatcher program started like winning consistently, everybody who was old enough to start coaching wrestling was like, yeah, that's the way to do it. You exhaust everybody, and then you teach them how to wrestle.
It makes sense. Now here comes the crazy ending. It makes complete sense.
Right. Oh God. 6 versus 10. Wait, okay, so this match isn't too long. Has there been a pinfall yet? Like,
no, it happens real fast. They happen like back to back, damn near, if I remember correctly.
Oh, him losing both of his titles happens back. Oh, fuck, that's debilitating. My God. Oh, good show. All right, nice.
Chicken wing. Shout out to Bob Backlund, who he was. I think he put it in. I think he put him in a chicken wing in this point in time because Bob Backlund tried to like test him.
Bob
and this
Backlund.
Is when he
I need to go watch a Bob
heel.
Backlund match.
No, you don't.
Everybody says this nigga's the shit.
Don't make me bring up when they had to bring in Bob Backlund to give Bret Hart somebody to wrestle because it was that bad, and Bret Hart made Bob Backlund entertaining, and I say entertaining with the stretch of the imagination. Like, I'm not saying like this is like 5-star Meltzer vein slapping classics, but this is for him to get over old man Bob Backlund in the 90s. Give him some credit. Like, Vince
Bob Backlund was old in the 90s?
Hell yeah.
I thought he was just seasoned at that point.
No,
Bob Backlund was wrestling in like the fucking 60s, man. And he pops up in the 90s. Like, that's just egregious, brother. Like,
what? That's like Hulk Hogan popping up nowadays. Like,
no, it's not. No, it's not, because Hulk Hogan always looked like Hulk Hogan.
Ric Flair. What about Ric Flair?
We just had a pinfall, by the way. Jericho just won an IC belt. That was the European belts
Bob
up for
Backlund
grabs.
is 74 years old.
Now.
So he's 74. Back in the 90s, so in 94.
But they made him feel so old. It's like kind of how like when they look at like 37-year-olds back in like the 90s versus now.
Well, when you wear your goddamn wrestling trunks up to your fucking like under your boobs and shit, like you got man boobs. Like, come on, bro. You look old. Like, he had high ass socks and all this. Yeah, he was presented as some old dude.
So, Sean, I'm gonna let you in on a secret. 30 years ago, 44-year-olds looked old.
Like I thought,
What do you mean?
Like Ric Flair's been like in his 70s for like the last 30 years. I feel like.
So
Ric Flair made a deal with the devil. I'm convinced.
here, let me put it to you in perspective like
surprise me.
this. So the cast of Friends right now, Ross, Rachel, and them are older now than all the Golden Girls were in the first episode of that show.
That's wild.
I've
Them
never
hoes are
seen
old.
either
Sorry, I
full
said that respectfully.
episode. I've never seen a full episode of either show.
But you know what those people look like.
Yes.
Jennifer Aniston still looks like she did in the early 2000s. She's older than Betty White was in the first episode of the Golden Girls. Niggas in the 90s just looked old.
Facts.
To
that point.
There were the advances in makeup and regenerative health and nigga, like Sean, in the 90s you could still smoke in restaurants and on planes.
True.
I remember. Yeah, I know that. Yeah,
This was not a healthy time period.
I got to
So think
smoke in a
about the
Waffle
80s
House
and the
once. I
70s.
know. It's
Yeah,
out. It's
cocaine used to
gone.
be like used like it was like smoking cigarettes. Like as far as how it was described to me.
Regularly expected.
Bob Backlund was born in 49. In the 50s, people still drank beer with breakfast.
That's wild.
I kid you not, beer was a breakfast drink in the 50s and 60s.
To that point, he's like 7 years younger than my grandfather. My grandfather's 86. So yeah. So with that all being said, ridiculous.
30
that
years
he's
ago,
that Bret
Bob
Hart.
Backlund was 44. AJ Styles is 45 right now.
Oh, AJ Styles is getting help, as we talked about. Allegedly. Don't come for me, please. Please
Uncle
don't come
Allen's
for me,
not getting
Uncle
any
Allen.
help except for the hate that's in his heart.
Yep.
You
And
think
30
that's
days
natural?
on and 30 days off, brother.
Never mind.
Yep.
That's no, never mind.
Gotta-
Hate, I'm
gotta
telling you,
strengthen
hate
my
can do a lot of
tendons.
things.
It can. It does.
What syringe
Yeah.
does hate come in?
That's the second cycle, wise man, not the first one.
Listen, wise man, you don't want none. You don't want none.
I don't want none. He's showing up at people's houses. I don't want him popping out of. Anyway, yeah, I don't want nothing. No problems with Uncle Allen. But to that point, Bret Hart was getting old ass Bob Backlund over in 1993 and shit. Like, because that's all Vince had for him, because nobody was wrestling in the WWF because Hulk Hogan blew it up with his steroid stuff.
I don't know. At least Bob Backlund had charisma. That's my whole thing. And,
Bob
a
Backlund had
longer
charisma.
championship
What?
reign.
He was just a old lunatic that dressed up in a maroon suit and wore a bow tie.
Sounds better than a nigga in pink that just does sharpshooters and
Pink and
absolutely
black,
sucks
thank
at
you.
promos. Okay.
He doesn't suck at promos. He just wasn't like the most promo. You don't remember Bret for his promo.
He just wasn't cool. Just say it, BA.
I give you that. It wasn't like you didn't like Bret Hart because he was cool. You liked him because he handled his business. And then when they tried to make being a good guy bad, he was the leader of that crew. And he held it down. He did a good job in that role. Like, letting it happen.
You're a big Shibata guy too, the wrestler. I get it.
I'm a Shibata guy. What do you mean?
I am too.
That nigga got his whole brain
Damn,
removed.
Kurt Angle.
Like, what? And he still
Speaking of-
wrestles? That's insane. Okay, yeah, speaking of the match, we'll go back to the match.
Kurt
yeah,
Angle
wrestling.
essentially
Yeah,
took off
WrestleMania
Chris Jericho's
2000.
head. Yes. So with that
Start talking
said,
about Katsuyori Shibata. Yeah, we're not going to do that.
buttered ciabatta bread. Shit is fire.
Shibata bread. That's
I mean, again, still more interesting than Bret Hart.
You lucky I like ciabatta bread. I'm not gonna disagree because I do like some well toasted with butter ciabatta just by itself. That would go hard. Sorry,
I want to
Brett.
thank y'all for having me on. I can see I'll never be back. It's fine.
Oh man, it's all good.
it's
So
all
with
good.
that-
We're just at an hour and 40 runtime, and we haven't even made it past our watch or longer main event. It's fine.
No big deal. So much so, like, we probably are just gonna just talk straight about this main event.
Right, we're just gonna trash it.
out.
That's all.
Because we've trashed it enough as we've discussed it throughout this episode. As
You guys
Kurt Angle
realize
gets-
this main event is Big Show's only WrestleMania main event?
That's pretty
only
bad.
WrestleMania main event.
That's pretty bad. But Big
Sure,
Show has
Mick
never
Foley's
been like.
only WrestleMania main event too.
Well, Mick Foley and Big Show were never really like top guys, so it makes sense. It makes
Well,
sense.
they wanted Big Show to be a top guy.
Yeah, they wanted a lot of people to be top guys, but Big Show was not that good of a wrestler. He's good at what he's good at. You cannot make that man a top guy. He's like JBL. Let them motherfuckers do what they're good at
First
and
of all,
get out.
they made JBL a top guy for like 5 years.
Kurt
They
Angle just got
tried
screwed
to
over,
make
by
it
the way, guys.
seem
Not
like
watching
JBL was a top guy for 5 years. There's a
What do you
very
say?
big.
He had like the longest reign of like as world champion on SmackDown for like years.
Did you believe it?
I wasn't watching at the time.
I was.
I would pop back in every so often, and I was like, JBL's champion?
This nigga had a cabinet
And I'm
with
like-
Orlando Jordan and the Basham brothers. All them niggas were mid. Trash. Orlando Jordan is known as the worst United States champion to ever hold that belt. Do you understand the people that have held that belt?
It's a very prestigious belt.
And Orlando Jordan was the fucking worst. And he put this nigga in his cabinet with the Basham brothers. Can you name a Basham brothers match?
Nah, man.
Exactly.
I just know Doug is one of them, and then they had Shaniqua with them.
That's
And
real.
this weird dominatrix type gimmick, and it was very weird.
I remember that, and they started dressing in like black leather and shit like that.
Triangles.
I remember that. Yes.
Yeah, with ball gags and stuff.
Yeah.
They were the precursor to Karrion Cross.
That is,
Oh God, no. We're not going there. We're not going there.
No, man.
Okay,
Dub is
so
really
ending
here to cause
of the
chaos,
watch
bringing up
along.
Karrion Cross on the WrestleMania 2000 show.
Ending of the
what?
watch
Cross
along.
has a match this Sunday.
God damn it.
I'm gonna ignore all of that.
They giving Bobby Lashley the impossible task of getting that man over.
Nobody can get Karrion Cross over.
No, the
Nobody
Avengers
can.
can't get him over.
Bret Hart couldn't get him over. Okay.
There's
Facts.
one man that can get Karrion Cross over.
Who would that be?
The man who destroyed him.
Oh, good old Triple H. Thank you. Good point. The man who's destroyed him and rebuilds him every quarter, it
it's
seems.
not,
of the
not what I'm
year.
talking about.
What? Who?
Not what I'm talking about.
Who?
Adam Cole.
Oh, I was like, you're not talking about Adam Cole. He's not even in the same company, but
I'm saying that's the one guy that can get him over.
No. He
just from a
destroyed him.
storyline off of that, that's how he's
From
going
a
to get over.
story, and Karrion Cross has to go over in a match in dominant fashion.
I'm not even gonna lie. The only way to get Karrion Cross over, in my opinion, he has to kayfabe murder people, like, or something like that, or like do just some sinister shit and like run through the rock. Like, never
That's why
mind. We're
this-
getting
this-
into Karrion Cross.
Yeah.
He should be Ilya Dragunov's muscle when Ilya goes heel.
Nope.
Like
He's
just
not
like
believable.
Full Eastern
That would
European
ruin-
mob
that
boss.
would-
Like he
That
can't
would
talk
ruin-
anymore.
that
They
would
gotta change his
ruin
name back to
Dragunov.
Killer Cross.
That would
And he
ruin
just gotta just
Dragunov.
be forearm people in the back of the head.
I don't
Any-
know. Don't touch Dragunov, please. Okay. No more mid. I'm tired of talking about Karrion Cross. We're gonna get enough WrestleMania weekend. Ending of the match, Lion Salt to Benoit. Benoit takes the pin. Kurt loses both belts.
Upset
Bada bing,
about
bada
it.
boom. Yeah, and he's very, very upset by it. Like, very upset.
Did you just say bada bing, bada boom?
Yes,
Yes.
he did.
Realest guys in the room? How you doing?
Are you talking about NXT Tony D on this show?
No, that's
No,
Enzo
that's
and Cass.
Enzo and
man.
Cass.
Come on,
Okay,
VA.
even more ridiculous. 'Cause they have
Wise
them-
man, when is the old school NXT watch along so we can educate BA on the black and gold, the prime black and gold?
God, man.
that has nothing to do with Kurt
Broad
Angle
villains versus
cussing
Enzo
out-
and Cass.
cussing out Vince McMahon from the ring about him getting screwed over in this mid card triple threat match, 2 out of 3 falls.
BA. This here is Big Cass, and he's 7 foot tall.
I know the
and
whole
you
Enzo
can't
game. You
teach
can't teach that.
that.
Yes, I got it.
Okay?
Enzo. But what you can't teach is staying in the company and not smelling your own shit.
Bada boom, realest guys in the
keeping your
room.
stuff
How you
together.
doing?
To know, understand
the
how over you are.
vaudevillains legitimately black and white through their entrance.
Oh yeah.
Anyways,
The Alpha Academy.
is the last match the
Sean
main
Spears
event of
when he
this
wasn't
card?
mid.
Is the last match of this card the main event? Are we approaching that? Please tell me we are.
Nope. You got one more match before that.
What is it? Jesus.
So we get Kane and Rikishi with Paul Bear versus D Generation X, X-Pac and Road Dogg.
Nope. Nope.
Oh, and if I'm not mistaken, this is gonna be the Run DMC theme, so I'm gonna play this one.
All right, we can let that rock. I'm here for that.
Yeah, I'm here for that.
Cool. Just be my hobby and job. And when you're like, man, this was my shit.
Oh yeah. Yeah, this is my shit.
Did they get real DMC? Like actually perform it?
No.
Okay. No.
I thought they did one year.
I think the year after this.
I could have swore
I
they
think
did.
WrestleMania 17. Because again, this is not that big of a deal. WrestleMania.
Okay,
This
this theme could probably get almost anybody over. I'm not even gonna lie.
For real.
If you throw anybody next to these niggas in green and black and play this theme as they come down, they're gonna get over.
Even you and R. Kelly.
Oh, yeah.
Believe I can fly.
Why she gotta be a Jezebel, JR? She do to you? That Jezebel Tory. Like, what'd she do to him? But yes, to that point, anybody coming down with these dudes will be over. Oh, it's not hard to be. Road Dogg definitely stoned out of his mind. Shout out to the Road Dogg.
So much charisma here, man. So much charisma.
So many shots. Give it to Bret Hart, whose career was taken away from him at this point, or about
Hey
to
man,
be.
if
At
the
least.
shoe fits, I'm sorry. I just pointed out the charisma.
It's okay. He just gave him their name. It's all good. The charisma vacuum gave him a name that they still use to this day and make money off of.
Hey,
But-
all I'm saying, I asked you for his best promo, and you gave me the time he put someone else over and made them. So
Yeah, he's already made.
I mean, yeah, I guess.
He's at that stage in the game. He's been made. He was made in the early '90s. This is the mid to late '90s. We talking late '90s, I'd argue, not mid.
Until he mysteriously screwed himself over for the title, which I have no clue how that happened. So
That's on him.
Screwed Brett.
Exactly. That's on him. I can't speak on. I can't vouch for what he did during that.
Gotta
He
do
played that
business,
all
brother.
wrong.
Why do they put Rikishi's ass in his Titantron? I hate that so much. Like,
So the Usos could get over 20 years later. That's why.
I'm surprised no one roasts them about this. Yo, daddy was shaking ass on TV for
I love
so
that
long.
Rikishi got the lay on, just like how they be doing now, the bloodline lay. It's pretty dope.
You gotta rep it somehow, man. Man, that ponytail's holding on
That's
to your
long-term
life.
booking if I've ever seen it.
Right? Right. And this is such a... Okay, hold on. Pause. Because I just thought about this. Dub, do you have backstory why Kane and Rikishi are teaming?
No.
You don't remember? You don't remember anything about this?
No. Why would you? Again, the
Nothing about this makes
WrestleMania
sense.
that they forgot about. Why would we remember this match?
It's a 4-minute match. I mean,
Even that, exactly. This is so these dudes got a paycheck still. That's all.
so we can kind of just like quickly run through this, honestly.
No, we cannot.
No, I'm gonna skip. I'm gonna skip towards it. So I'm just gonna skip it.
I'll
All right.
skip
So they're
through it,
jumping.
okay.
They're just gonna jump in
I thought you were about to
Rikishi.
do a watch along.
No, we're not doing
I'm
watch alongs.
no,
We're not doing
doing
watch
that.
alongs. We're not gonna do that. Wow. Like 30 seconds in, he already delivers a stink face. All
That's
right.
all Vince wanted to see.
And
Give
then
him
he
the
was gonna
stink
give one. Give him the stink face.
Extra stinky.
Did you shower? No. All right, so he was gonna give one to Tori Wilson, and
That's not Tori Wilson. That's just Tori.
Yeah, it's just Tori.
oh, sorry, I read Tori. I know Tori Wilson's not that muscular. To Tori, and they dip out. Kane and Rikishi go running. You know, pretty standard stuff. Back heel kick. Probably break his nose. Are we gonna get a Bronco Buster? You know it with X-Pac. We're getting the Bronco Buster.
No.
So Bronco Buster into the worst combo of punches I have ever seen in my life.
How could you hate on the Road Dogg's punches? That's
Because
pure
it's
sports
like
entertainment.
Dusty Rhodes light. Like,
Oh, okay, fair enough. That is Dusty
no,
shit.
man.
Never
Like,
mind.
it's like, you know, you're doing too much. Dusty had a certain, like, he had a thwag with it, bro. Like, Road Dogg just seems like a white man in cornrows that has I don't know. It's not good. Little kicks. Damn, this is longer than a 4-minute match, it seems like. Kane comes in, starts wrecking shop. Is he gonna put a hole through a canvas? Nope. And Tori gets a stink face. Vince gets his fetishes off. X-Pac takes a tombstone. 1, 2, 3.
Bada bing, bada boom, as you just said. Wow.
Realest guys in the
Guys
room.
in the room. How you doing?
Yep,
So,
exactly.
most random
Paul
tag
Bearer, boy,
team.
this nigga is dripped out. Look at this shit. God damn.
Oh yeah, that red suit.
That red is dope.
Wait. They're gonna
pretty
get Kane to
ridiculous.
dance? I can't remember. They try to get Kane to
There's
dance?
no way they get Kane to dance.
Oh, the chicken, Pete Rose.
Okay, so we get a too cool dance with the chicken. You said Pete Rose is under the chicken?
Pretty sure Pete Rose is under the chicken.
Like baseball player Pete Rose?
Yeah.
Okay.
Kane and Pete Rose had a thing. where,
Oh
like,
yeah, they had beef, didn't they? I forgot.
Pete Rose would just show up and then Kane would assault him.
Okay, well
And
this is
2000, so Pete Rose is still pretty spry at this point.
I feel that. No, I feel that. Okay, so we get a little dance session from Too Cool. Pete Rose was in the
Yeah,
chicken
Pete Rose.
Wait, no, he wasn't in the chicken costume. Oh, okay, so Pete Rose shows up, tries to hit Kane with the bat. Rikishi takes it. Pete Rose takes a choke slam. And a stink face. Wow, all right.
Shouldn't have been betting on baseball, Pete.
And then we get a Rock promo. Do we want to listen to the Rock promo?
Is it a vein slapper?
I don't know. Let's see. It's Kevin Kelly. Usually the Kevin Kelly and Rock promos are pretty good. I'm so glad we didn't get this version of Rock coming back current day.
What? Why?
This is a great
Not-
babyface Rock run.
Not getting into it. Not getting into it. Maybe
Once
during
he
the
gets
match.
done with his promo, I'll tell you why. This version of Rock was one of my favorites.
This is one of my favorites as well.
Cause I'll wait.
Exactly. That's how I feel.
I will wait.
So many catchphrases.
Millions of Rock's fans. Oh,
Bring a little nostalgia to you, Dub.
pretty well.
Oh yeah.
Good
The
shit.
Rock made third person cool.
So
Any
I
other
can
time
give
you
you
saw
that.
someone speaking in third person, you were like,
It's cringe.
that motherfucker's a nut job.
oh yeah. So with all that said, this is why this main event sucked so much to me, was how much they screwed The Rock over, and I thought he was gonna get another title run. and all of that stuff. So it sucks so much that they had to have The Rock do rock bottoms and people's elbows after Triple H won the match. That's how much The Rock was over, and how much people knew, how much they knew that we hated this ending. So, yeah, man, this whole main event is wrong on so many levels.
It's wrong. And if you didn't already know, we're talking about the main event of the night. McMahon in all corners, Triple H, Rock, Mick Foley, Big Show. Not watching along to it. This is too long of a match for us to sit here and, dig into a 2-hour episode. Not worth it. I mean, we're already at 2 hours, so fuck it.
Yeah.
Other than that, I mean, what are the takeaways that we had from this match? We heard BA's Fury. They screwed Rock out of a run. The McMahon's in all corners was just an overbooked mess. He wanted, just Rock and Triple H. What are the takeaways that we have from this? And what did the WWF learn going forward?
Well, going into this Sunday, I hope they didn't learn anything, because I want this Sunday's main event to be overbooked like a motherfucker. I don't know. I don't know what they learned. Like,
I do.
Did they learn that Big Show was not a main event WrestleMania caliber guy?
Yes.
I can take that.
Booking.
I mean, if you just appear in one and then they don't book you in another one, that's a pretty good telltale sign.
That, and how much of a spectacle WrestleMania 17 was, because Austin was there, and then a whole bunch of other stuff was happening too. To that whole point of that card, like big matches in that card, and it's a stadium show, and again, it was like they cared about it. This WrestleMania was an afterthought. I'm telling you, man. Once Vince didn't have his favorite toy in Austin, it was like he didn't care. He's just like, whatever. I'll just put my whole family over. That's how I look at this.
No.
And as a man that loves to put himself over, I get it, Vince. But Jesus, like, the memories, the trauma, that's all I got. That's what this showed. It told them that this is what we can't do in the future, as far as what this pivots into, to the point of how awesome WrestleMania 17 is.
Or can I offer a rebuttal, BA?
Let's hear it.
Or did Vince realize once Austin got hurt that he had to A, turn Rock into a megastar, and B, turn himself into the superest of supervillains for when Austin got back?
I can't argue with that because of how this is all booked at the end. And to that point, though, I think that he thought because that would work because it worked before, but, and this is in no offense to The Rock, as we see in real time now, but him and Austin are not the same. Stone Cold demands a whole different type of vibe around his pop when he comes out, and The Rock's always been kind of like that, not always. I can say it, yeah. He's been like the 1B to Austin's 1A. So, I don't know, to that light. So, I agree with you somewhat, but I think Vince kind of thinking that he could redo it again just speaks to the hubris of Vince McMahon and what he thinks is he could do, because he's going to try to do it because it worked once. So,
See, I think it's more of Vince realizing that for Rock to be the top face in the company, he needs
a super
a
villain.
heel.
Yeah.
A super villain. And I don't know how long Austin is gone for, so I have to be that super villain. And then when Austin comes back, again, our beef is like it's set in stone. Yeah. So I'm going to be that super villain. And then, as everybody knows, in the next WrestleMania 17, the swerve is Vince, turns on Rock again,
but with Austin,
and aligns himself with Austin,
which people hate.
Again, I think the takeaway from this WrestleMania is that Vince realized that Rock is his top face, and Austin is his top guy, face or heel.
Yep.
So he had to do things to make sure that Rock was always established as his top face for however long we're going to have this run, because Rock's full-time run ends 2 years later.
True. And who knows? Maybe they knew Rock had eyes for Hollywood at this point in time. Who knows?
They didn't. When he wins the Rumble to go to WrestleMania against Austin, that's when the eyes for Hollywood start popping up for him, because the director of Scorpion King was like, whoever wins this Royal Rumble, I think I'm gonna cast as the Scorpion King, and it was The Rock.
It's a pretty random thing to say.
And
that is random as fuck. Okay.
yeah, and the thing about it was, like, they weren't worried about Hollywood for Rock. They let Rock's deal expire because they thought he was gonna fail in Hollywood. Which is why Rock stayed away so long. Because he was legitimately salty that, like, oh, you don't believe in me. Cool. Watch this. Because before Rock really came back full time, when his movie career was kind of like in the middle part, when he was like the Tooth Fairy and shit, Rock legitimately considered a UFC run.
Yeah, he was talking about that on Rogan. Yep.
Yeah, like he legitimately considered it, and then stepped away from it and said, "No, let's just do these movies." And then WWE came back calling around. I'm pretty sure, and then Hollywood Rock happened, and then after that, again, they were like, "Well, he's just gonna come crawling back at some point." And he didn't, and then that's why you got the sparsed out appearances of like Rock and Mick versus the Evolution at Mania.
20, yeah.
Yeah, and then he would just kind of sprinkle in every so often, and
just
then
enough.
Again, that's when people like John Cena get upset, and that leads you to John deciding, I'm gonna make this business happen. So yeah, this is the catalyst that starts that whole thing.
That's a fair way to look at it. That perspective on it, because me, like I said, it just to me, I just look at it more on the glass half empty side of like, it just taught them what not to do. Like, we gotta have established guys in that spot. We can't just make it a clusterfuck or an afterthought. We can't make the main event of a WrestleMania an afterthought, and that's how they booked this shit.
Facts.
And it shows throughout the whole card. Like, it's like they were just distracted. Like, maybe I think they go public at this point in time. Maybe they were just distracted with that, like going public.
A lot of things going on. Yeah, they had a restaurant in New York that folded.
Yeah,
a lot of things going on.
I'll give them the mully on that, man, because boy, what a weird pay-per-view. But with that said, Dub, appreciate you coming through with the fellas here on the BA and Wiseman. I just want to call this the extravaganza for some reason, but it's just the BA and Wiseman show. But Dub, thank you. Definitely will have you back, even though you tried very hard this evening to take us off track with your multiple ridiculous takes. That's okay.
Oh, he did very well at it.
Oh, he did a good job. Him and
this
E-Ray
ran 30 to 45
job.
minutes over. So
Facts.
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you, Dub, for your incendiary commentary on things that you know that would get us angry and upset. So with that said, next WrestleMania, as we kind of alluded to here, as we kind of go through these monumental changes, one that will not have BA upset at least, and the Wise Man, WrestleMania 17, brother. Houston. Was it Seattle? Was it Seattle or Houston? Seattle's
Houston.
18.
It's Houston.
Houston is 17. Yeah, so that's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to looking back at that.
I think 18's in Toronto, actually.
It is. Yeah, you're right, because of the Hawk and Rock shit. Yeah, you're right. So Wise Man, anything you got for these people on the way out the door, man?
Nope, same shit. You gonna hear us on the next Mania. We dropping what, 3 or 4 of these this month, something like that. Yeah, so we go big for the big 4 content. Again, thank you, Dub. I'm sure this isn't going to be the last Mania episode that we ask you to come on and get your WrestleMania strokes in, pause. But other than that, you go ahead and take this one out, man.
All right, man. With that said, we up out this boy. Keep him rolled tight. Not too tight, of course. And we'll be seeing you on the next voyage of the BA and Wise Man show. Peace out.
Jay-Z quote? Oh, okay.
No, we don't do that no more. We out.
We out.
Don't try to call out Jay-Z all of a sudden. He gonna bring that up. You're an asshole. Because I haven't been doing that for weeks. Oh, man.
I know. I just had to do it. All right, bye.